Good evening. The Inland Wetlands and Watercourse Agency of the City of Bridgeport will come to order. It is Monday, July 27th. It is 6:02 p.m. The first order of business is to introduce the members seated tonight. To my extreme right is Jacqueline Martorell, Caesar Cordero, excuse me. Bob Morton, Vice Chair, myself, Mel Riley, Chair. To my left is Bob Filote, Secretary, and Johanna Dorgan. And Mr. Secretary, can you
the receipt of new applications, none. Regular meeting business, no public input, continued, none. New, none. Public hearing, continued. IWWA 26-03, 20 Michael Street, V&L Properties LLC to construct a single-family dwelling. We received at 4/27/26.
Good evening, Matthew Pop, landscape architect.
Good evening, Mr. Pop.
I'm good, consultant for the Wetland Agency. On this application, we are still waiting for additional information, so this is going to be continued to the next meeting.
Okay.
Okay, next item on the agenda, IW number 26-05, 150 Frenchtown Road of Mustafa Umar to construct a new single-family dwelling, receipt dated 5/26/26.
Matthew Pop again, the same situation in this
Excuse me,
one.
Mr. Bob.
Yep.
Let the record show that Ali Akbar has just joined the commission.
Again, Matthew Pop. Same situation on this application. We're still waiting for additional information. Both these applications, we've been waiting for some time, so I'm thinking if we don't get anything soon, I think we're probably going to just maybe deny them, and then if they want, they could reapply, because they've been sitting around, I don't know, maybe 3 months or so.
Oh, wow.
So it's been a while.
Well, can't we deny it now?
Right.
No, I don't
Why
think
don't we deny him?
I don't think they've been working on it, so I would just give them one more meeting.
You want to
Yeah,
give him
but
one more
he's
meeting?
got
Yeah.
everybody here at 6 o'clock waiting for him, and he's not here.
Yeah.
How about that? It's a little considerate, huh?
But the next application, we do
right.
have the information.
Next item on the agenda, IW 26-06, 100 Vincelet of Mustafa Umar to construct a new single-family dwelling, receipt dated 6/29/26.
All right, this application is for a new house right through the center here. North is to the, if you're looking to the right, this whole site is basically a lawn area. It's a little bit lower than the road, which is down through here. Originally, it just showed back here that there was a water course, but it didn't have a wetland line, so we asked for the wetland line. And the wetland line basically parallels that brook. It's a couple feet off of that brook. But it just touches, the wetland just touches the site here, probably comes onto the site maybe a foot or two. There's some vegetation, some trees in the back here, but basically it's all lawn, the whole site. And we did, I thought it was a fairly good plan. They have drainage right behind the house. The original plan had drainage further back here, closer to the wetlands. They pushed it further away. So I was recommending that this be approved with a couple of conditions. The first one is any trees back here, we just want to show those on the plan. They could probably even be field located. Couldn't tell if they were on the site or just off the site. We want to just confirm the proposed grading. It says a flat site, so we just want the grading that they be done. And we wanted a 20-foot buffer, a planted buffer from the wetland line here back through here, and that would be planted. We have a list of plantings, shrubs and a couple of trees. And then the second condition is when the project is done, we want it to be certified by an engineer that the drainage is installed. And then the third condition would be a $4,000 bond for the project. So again, no tree removal on the site.
He's got to give you another revised plan, right?
I think it could be after approval, yeah, and it's just very minimal. Mainly, the most important thing is probably the planting plan back here. We could work with them. We have a list of quantities on the permit condition.
That's a 20-foot buffer, and also they need to certify the...
When they're done, yes. Yes. So that's kind of standard on most of our permits. Yeah, certify. Yeah, we want to certify that the landscaping is done.
So you're satisfied the plans are adequate to approve tonight?
Yes, correct. This one, yes. Yep.
Okay. Any further questions? No? This is a public hearing, so would anyone like to speak on this? Anyone in favor? Anyone opposed? The matter is closed. Thank you.
We have three minutes.
Right. All right, now we're on decision. 2603, which asks for continuance, so we need to vote on that.
Motion to continue.
Do I have a second?
Jackie seconds?
Jackie, second, I heard that. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? No? Motion carries. I don't want to go too fast for Nick. I don't know how. Okay. Okay. Item 20, number 2605, Frenchtown Road.
Motion to continue for the final time.
No, that was.
Is that the one he wanted to?
No, that's the one, that's the one we just voted. The one, this is the house that, with the lawn and.
No, this one we want to continue, Frenchtown.
No, this is one to
Oh,
continue.
It's
The
been
first two
select.
continuing.
Yeah,
Oh, the first two are continued, I'm sorry.
yes.
Yep.
My mistake, yes.
for the last time.
Right.
The last time.
Do I have a second? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? That item will be continued. And finally, number 2606, that's the one I was referring to.
I make a motion to approve with the conditions of the engineer.
And Mr. Pop.
Mr. Pop. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? The motion carries with conditions.
Good.
And Mr.
Yeah.
Yes. And those were the conditions set by
Yeah, they're all here.
Mr. Pop. They're all listed. All right.
1, 2, 3,
Next.
4. And we're good on the minutes.
Let the record show, should I even bother? No. We'll get on the minutes. Can someone want to make a motion on the minutes?
I make a motion.
Thank you, Johanna. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Oh, you can't.
I can't.
I second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Well,
June
anyone
22nd.
opposed?
The 29th.
The minutes are approved. Any other business that should rightly come before the? Nothing? Okay. Motion for
Motion
adjournment?
to adjourn.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. 4 minutes still. Bye, Matt.
So we approved Vince Salette. Right.
I mean, they didn't empty the basket for the last time.
Oh, really?
It's all full.
Oh, my goodness. Is that our stuff?
Yeah.
It's not the ZBA or something? Nope, that's our stuff.
Which church? The one? Yeah.
Where's the agenda? Where's the agenda?
current.
Yeah, it's right behind the current liquor store.
You looking for?
The agenda.
Oh, I haven't-
Oh, thank you. Where they put it? This drives me nuts.
They go off like waiting for the call of duty. They go off, call AAA. Yeah, I had to call my brother because it was only a two-seater.
We can go into executive session anyway, so maybe.
Are we gonna go into executive session? We're gonna do it in public. Oh, okay, it's executive session.
Oh, maybe you.
No, I think it's gonna do it in public then. Hello. Okay.
Traffic, right across the street almost.
I went to Frenchtown, the Frenchtown lot, and he's looking to build a house.
Well, I
It's
got
like
one
this.
for you. I got
And
there's two different
the back
sizes.
end of it's on the road.
On the front, two different tires on the
No
front
way.
and the back tire. The back tires are 500. 500.
You talking about Frenchtown Road?
Yeah. I mean, the lot is like there, and it's on the road, and the water.
And the water drives right into Lake Forest.
Go for a change.
I don't, well, he's trying. You know what, I give him credit though, he's building a single-family house on Vincelette. Give him credit. At least he's building a
My
house.
car's electric. So I don't have any.
I visited all these apartments, we got
I
one
know.
everywhere, huh? They're buying all that stuff down on the
at
south end cheap and building,
There was something on the internet that they filed bank.
At least we're building residents instead of
They're
something else, but you're right, I wish they were owners. I wish they were condos instead of apartments.
And it just depends on how long they're willing to do that. The United States of errors pretty soon.
Is it 6?
Yeah.
It's 6:15?
Not yet.
Yeah.
What is it?
Now it's Arabs. Yeah.
It's 6:14.
Oh.
Yeah.
What was it, the what?
He's
Very
really a
good.
big ass.
Was good? There were a lot of people there? But it must have been in the afternoon, because everybody left.
It's not the right time to be doing this.
Absolutely.
It was fun. It's crowded. That gives these other guys more
Your
fuel
parties are good.
to go after.
Wonder whatever happened with that package store. I guess it worked. The package store. Remember there was a church there? There was a church. I went up there.
Yeah, there was a church there.
I never saw the church because I never went in the back.
There was a church there when the first one applied.
I know. I don't know. Or it might have been in by, it might have been grandfathered. I don't know.
Because I mean, it's like right around the corner.
No, it's
Are we ready? Yeah. All right. Good evening. The Planning and Zoning Commission of the City of Bridgeport will come to order. It is Monday, July 27th. It is 6:15 p.m. The first order of business this evening is to introduce the members seated tonight. To my far right is Soledad Nunez, Ali Akbar, Johanna Martorell, Cesar Cordero, Vice Chair Bob Morton, myself, Chairman Mel Riley. To my left is Secretary Bob Filote and Johanna Dorgan.
First item on the menu, on the agenda, 8-24 referral petition, I'm sorry,
No, with
old business, clarification regarding the executive session at the past planning and zoning meeting held on June 29th, 1926.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It was brought to the city attorney's office, our attention, by Councilperson Pereira that the executive session at the last meeting was improper. And I researched that. She's correct. I commend her for bringing that to our attention, and I thank her. So I just wanted to put on the record what was discussed, because there really wasn't much discussed. The concern was the standard for 824 reviews. It was my opinion that after researching that question, that the statute, while it speaks for itself, there's a judicial gloss that basically, when making recommendations, reporting back to the city council, you either approve, deny, or table the application, that you are to report to the city council whether the proposal is consistent with the master plan. And that's it. And in the future, the other issue is we have to put, when we decide we're going into executive session, we have to notice it in the agenda, and with a little bit more definitive, this is what we're going into executive session for. So towards that end, I did give to Nick copies. The Connecticut State Colleges and Universities have a really nice handout that they make available on the internet for Freedom of Information Act Public Meetings Guide. We'll give that to our chairman and our vice chairman just in the event I'm not at a meeting or there's no attorney available. And that's it. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rick. All right, first item.
First item on the agenda, C-1, 26-17, 56 Boston Avenue, petition of Boston Avenue LLC, seeking a certificate of location approval for a package store in a portion.
Wait.
You skipped the 824 referral.
824.
Oh, the referral, sorry about that. 824 referral, petition of the Office of Planning and Economic Development, OPED, requesting under Section 8-24 of the Connecticut General Statute a favorable recommendation to City Council for the easement under a portion of 1130 Broad Street, Baldwin Plaza, till the United Illuminating Company is allowed to install infrastructure and underground vault.
Good evening, Max Perez for the Office of Economic Development. I'm here requesting an 824 for property 1130 Broad Street. The city is engaging with United Illuminating. We're going to give them a permanent easement on the right-of-way to install a vault, electrical vault, to bring additional power to that section of town. If you have any questions, feel free.
Now, this will go underground, Max? I'm sorry? This will go underground.
Underground, and when they finish everything, it's a sidewalk with a hatch, a metal hatch that they'll be able to open it and service the vault. The hatch closes, it's parallel with the sidewalk, so there's no trip hazards at all. They're restoring the property back to its original phase when they're done.
So no one, the public probably won't know it's there.
This hatch would be locked, of course.
Yes, only UI has access to that.
And I mean, does it make a difference as how far it is from other houses or anything?
No, there's no houses. This is the Bowen Plaza, the little area behind the courthouse.
Okay,
The Main Street courthouse, the back,
okay.
right there.
Okay, got it. Okay. That's plenty of room.
And there's if I'm not mistaken, there's several of those downtown, aren't there? No?
Oh, they're all over downtown. Yes, they are.
Okay. Anyone like to speak in favor of this? Anyone opposed? Seeing no comments, the matter is closed. Thank you.
Next item, C-1, 26-17, 56 Boston Avenue, petition of 56 Boston Avenue LLC, seeking a certificate of location approval for a package store in a portion of an existing retail building in an MX2 zone.
Good evening, Commissioners. I got all excited and came up here too early, so you'll recall that this matter was continued from last month's hearing.
Right.
The Commission had some particular items that they wanted clarification on, specifically clarification on the 750-foot radius map, which shows the protected uses. We have a revised map that was submitted to Nick. I'm hoping you have it. If you don't, I do have copies with me here today.
Yeah. I don't think, yeah.
Yes.
I don't think we got copies.
No, I don't, I thought this was it, but that's not it.
Okay, that's fine, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It doesn't show that.
It just gives you all this stuff here, but you can't read whatever it is.
Oh, we got the last time.
Okay, so I'll direct your attention to two places on this revised map. One of the commissioners had asked about a Greater Bridgeport Fellowship and whether that was in the 750-foot radius. After speaking with the surveyor and speaking with the zoning official, it is not within the 750-foot radius, as again, it's entrance to entrance. This fellowship place is in a shopping center that is close to, but the entrance is not within the 750-foot radius. Also, please note at the very bottom where it says title block, we have the surveyor, Neil Jane, who certified to the best of his knowledge and belief that the map accurately is substantially correct and there are no protected use cases. So he certified that within the 750-foot radius, there are no protected use cases. It was also requested that any protected uses on the map that fell outside of the 750-foot radius area be provided for context. That has been done. You will note the Greater Bridgeport Christian Fellowship, which was cited by the Commissioner, and also St. Paul's Church. Both of those entrances fall outside the radius. So very clearly, there is no protected use within the 750-foot radius, which has been certified by the surveyor, Mr. Neil Jane. Also, I provided you with a letter from Erin King, who works at Land Surveying Services, which is Neil Jane's firm, talking about her conversation with the zoning official, talking about the front door to front door measurement, and that's how they came up with the conclusion that the Greater Bridgeport Christian Fellowship is not within that radius. So that is that. Now, we were also asked to talk about traffic and to deal with the safety issues. So we have here tonight from Dynamic Traffic, Inc., Mr. Corey Chase. Corey does work all throughout Connecticut doing traffic reports. He has copies for your review tonight. It's a brief report, 4 pages, so it's nothing long to go through. But he will explain what he found at the site and what his findings are. So with no further ado, I will call Mr. Corey Chase up.
Good evening, everyone. Again, Corey Chase with Dynamic Traffic. Appreciate the introduction, Rob. We understand that the commissioners have...
Your address, please?
My address?
Yes.
It's 245 Main Street in Chester, New Jersey.
Okay, thank you.
Licensed professional engineer in the state of Connecticut. I'm also licensed in 7 other states. As Rob mentioned, we understand that the commission had some concerns relative to the traffic associated with the change in use for the subject property. So as part of our role in the application, we reviewed the site access, the site circulation, as well as prepared a trip generation comparison between the former retail use as well as the proposed conversion to a package store. Those numbers are summarized on Table 1, which is located on page 2 of the report. And to give the board an idea, we utilize data published by the Institute of Transportation Engineers, which is both the national and state recognized standard for developing traffic projections, utilizing the 12th edition of the Trip Generation Manual, which is the most current, focusing on the critical peak hours on the adjacent roadway network. So as traffic engineers, we focus on the weekday morning and weekday evening peak commuter hours, as well as the Saturday midday shopping peak hour. So you can see we provided a comparison between the existing retail use as well as the proposed package store to provide the board an idea as to what the change in use would constitute as far as the traffic impact goes. As you can see in the morning, the proposed package store has very, very little traffic generation associated with it. So when you compare it to a retail use, it would actually generate a small reduction in traffic. When you look at the weekday evening peak commuter hour, it's approximately 53 additional trips during that time. That's approximately 1 additional trip every minute during the peak hour. Typically, as traffic engineers, we identify 100 additional trips during a peak hour as being what we term a significant increase in traffic. So this is approximately 50% of that threshold. And then again, looking at the Saturday peak shopping hour, it's approximately 30 trips increase over the retail use. So again, 1 additional trip every 2 minutes during that peak hour. This is, again, just really focusing on the peak hour impacts. In my professional opinion, would not have a significant impact on the adjacent roadway network as a result of the change in use from a general retail to a proposed package store. Rob, be happy to touch on anything else you think I may have missed. Be happy to answer any questions that the commission has.
You're only taking part of the building, right?
That's correct.
So somebody else is going to take the other part of the building.
At some point, there's the
Ultimately.
potential for
So that
someone
means
else to
there'll be
take
more
the part of
traffic,
that.
I would assume.
What I conservatively assumed was that the whole space was liquor store. So we looked at it, the whole space is commercial, the whole space is liquor store. So these are conservative numbers as far as the liquor store impact goes.
But it only accounts for half the space.
That's correct.
Are there any further questions of Mr. Chase?
I don't have any.
I
Yep.
have one. So you basically you just did the Greater Bridgeport Christian Fellowship, but I have a question about another church because I drove around and the area. Unfortunately, I caught a flat tire right on the church. It's I had to get so that's why I was a bit late. But there's a church in 140 North Avenue that kind of fall within the 750 radius. It's called Bethlehem Church Assembly of God. Did you check that one?
Yes, so first of all, just to be clear, this has nothing to do with traffic
Right.
from Mr. Chase, so I can address that after, but I just want to make sure that there are any further questions from Mr. Chase.
None for traffic, no.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. To answer your question, Commissioner, again, we had the surveyor check and recheck. They have certified that there are no protected uses within the 750-foot radius. It's a certified surveyor certifying to the fact that there are no protected use cases within that 750.
Anyone else?
At this time, Mr. Chairman, I would like to bring up Mr. Paul Pollock, who is the managing member of the owner of the property, 56 Boston Ave LLC. And he's going to talk about a little bit of the history of the building, just to give you some context of what it's been used for in the past.
Hold on. Right? This was continued for specific items. Can he introduce new testimony?
I think you could.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Proceed.
Hi, my name's David Pollock. Sorry. David, yeah. David Pollock. I'm just
Address,
here to
please.
put on the record that.
Your address.
My address is 123 Inwood Road in Fairfield, Connecticut.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. We have owned the property at 56 Boston Avenue through a variety of tenants. It's always been an active retail commercial operation there. When I was a kid, long before we owned it, it had been a furniture store. It evolved a couple times, became a Blockbuster Video. Lots of vigorous activity during those days. That went under eventually. We put in a Goodwill retail store, which was in place there for 12 years, something like that. And again, vigorous retail activity throughout. When Goodwill closed that down, we put in the Eblin's sporting clothes and sneaker store. I'm sure you've all seen that. It's been there for a long time. And they too, did a vigorous, active retail operation there. They had their relationship with Nike was ended, and all of the Eblins went under basically as a result of that. Unfortunately, the other Eblins in the other side of Bridgeport also went under at the same time. And that's it. I just want you to know that it's been, a functional, vigorous activity retail operation. A little side note, the Chase Street, which borders one side of the building there, is basically the back side of the big shopping center and the side of the 56 Boston Avenue. And it's a street with nothing but dumpsters on it, basically, a very short little street. Unfortunately, it has, over the years, forever been sort of a spot that attracted people illegally dumping, and we've had to clean up a lot of crap back there. The city has cleaned up a lot of crap back there over the years. And the presence of active retail activity in the 56 Boston Avenue would absolutely improve that problem by deterring some of those folks that would be inclined to behave that way. And it also has attracted some unsavory characters camping out there sometimes, which again would be largely deterred with activity that was ongoing. There's going to be 24/7, 24/7, maybe not 24, but a lot of activity with this occupancy. So I hope you can see through to approve it.
Thank you.
Any questions, Mr. Pollock?
No.
All right, so in conclusion, I again want to remind the commission about the black letter law in the state of Connecticut, as Attorney Regatta I'm sure can point out to you. McLaughlin versus the Planning and Zoning Commission, and the site, in case you want to look it up, is 342 Connecticut 737, which is the landmark Supreme Court decision in Connecticut, and it establishes black letter law about the fact that for a commission to make a decision, they must base it on substantial evidence, not neighborhood concerns, not speculation, not non-evidence or non-expert testimony. You've heard from Maria Karsu at the last hearing, who was a licensed real estate agent with Keller Williams, who's familiar with the neighborhood, talking about the positive impact the store would have on retail in the area, the values of the area, that rather than having an adverse impact, it would in fact have a positive impact. You've heard from Mr. Corey Chase, our traffic engineer, to talk about the safety and the fact that there would be no adverse impact with traffic at this site. In addition, you heard from Mr. David Pollock, the owner, about the commercial history of the building and the fact that it is continuing a commercial use that will be beneficial to the neighborhood and will, basically cause an economic positive for the city. So with that, we reiterate that we have met the criteria for a certificate of location approval here, and we ask the commission to please approve our application.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Would anyone like to speak in favor of this application? Anyone opposed? Step forward.
Good evening, Commissioners. I'm Alfredo Castillo, the councilman in the district. And everybody that spoke today, they don't even live in Bridgeport. This engineer lives in Jersey. He doesn't know our city. This other guy lives in Fairfield. He said it's good for our city. That whole alley, you open a liquor store in there, they're gonna be bums in there drinking. It's not suitable. They're coming from BMW, that they're flying through there. Right now, there's a truck in there. Somebody just left the truck on the property, a big rig. There's a church around like what the commissioner said, around the corner. It's like 600. It's not too far from there. The other one, okay, I understand the greater Bridgeport, but the other one that's around the corner is a church. And there's a school down the street. Our kids walk through there. They're gonna walk through there on the main road. But I'm not for this. We got enough liquor stores. This is not positive, like the man said. This is positive. It ain't positive. He doesn't live here. We live here. I live around the corner from there. And I'm tired of people just coming here and putting whatever they want, and especially liquor stores. We have enough. Let's bring some jobs, some real jobs, so people could work, not no liquor stores. So as a district leader, I would love the commissioners to not to vote for this.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Thank you.
Oh.
Same. You want to give extra?
Thank you. Your name and address, sir.
Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Spirit Count Mystery. I'm the owner of Price Break Liquor at 174 Boston Avenue.
And
my
just,
store is located on the adjacent plaza, which is approximately 600 feet from this proposed location.
and just for the record, you did testify at the last meeting.
Yeah.
So you don't need to.
I'm sorry.
So,
Okay, so, yeah, I
in
did
the interest of
testify
time,
last
please
time.
don't repeat yourself.
Yeah,
You're
I
on
did.
the record. So,
I'm sorry, yeah.
for the interest of time, please do not repeat yourself. You already testified.
Okay,
So
so
if you want to add something new, please do. Otherwise,
Thank you.
just
Thank you.
say you're opposed and
Thank
have a
you.
seat.
Okay. So first of all, I got to apologize. My attorney, unfortunately, is unable to attend this meeting. He's recovering from a temporary illness. So I just handed you a letter, which is from him, that I would like to read into the record, if I may. Thank you. So this is a supplemental memorandum in opposition to the certificate of location approval. It's from my attorney, Kevin Cassardin. This memorandum is submitted on behalf of Suresh Mistry, owner of Price Break Liquor, in opposition to the application seeking a certificate of location approval for a package store at 56 Boston Avenue. The June 29, 2026 public hearing was closed and then reopened for the following additional information. First of all, a traffic study, and secondly, to confirm the location of Greater Bridgeport Fellowship within 750 feet. Any information offered to the Commission beyond the specific reasons the hearing has been left open for is improper and should not be considered by the Commission. Secondly, the traffic impact and parking assessment study is dated July 23rd, 2026, and was not provided to the Commission, the undersigned, or the public until the day of the continued hearing today. Likewise, the revised radius map was not made available sufficiently in advance of the public hearing to permit meaningful review. If the Commission intends to consider these materials, fundamental fairness and due process require that the public hearing remain open and be continued to the Commission's next regular meeting. Neither the Commission nor interested members of the public should be expected to review, analyze, and respond to technical submissions for the first time during the public hearing itself. Proceeding under those circumstances would deprive the Commission and the public of a meaningful opportunity to evaluate the evidence before it becomes part of the administrative record. Notably, the applicant is seeking a certificate of location approval for an unidentified future tenant that does not presently exist. The Commission has no information regarding the proposed operator's experience, operating practices, hours of operation, security practices, management policies, or other operational characteristics that may bear upon the findings required by statute 11.120.2. D, how were land uses within the 700 feet determined? Methodology that was used. There is no inventory, tables, photographs, feed inventory, appendix, or existing use map. What existing land use inventory was prepared? In conclusion, the additional submissions do not cure the evidentiary deficiencies identified in the objector's original memorandum. To the contrary, they reinforce them. The radius map identified parcels and owners, but not existing land uses. The traffic assessment analysis, analyzes vehicle trips, but does not address the mandatory findings required by statute 11.1.2.0 regarding neighborhood compatibility, surrounding land uses, or consistency with the plan of conservation and development. Accordingly, if admitted into record, these supplemental materials do not satisfy the applicant's burden of proof. So, for the foregoing reasons, the undersigned respectively request that the Commission continue the public hearing to its next regular meeting to permit the Commission and the public adequate time to review and respond to the newly submitted traffic impact and parking assessment and radius map. Secondly, to decline to consider any additional materials beyond those for which the public hearing was specifically reopened. Or just deny the application for a certificate of location approval because the applicant has failed to satisfy its burden of proof under the Bridgeport zoning regulations. I just have nothing further to add. I just want to thank you for the opportunity to be able to speak here today and hope to have a favorable decision from you. Thank you.
Anyone else in opposition? Rabat?
They're tired.
Thank you. So with respect to the first speaker, saying that we don't need any more liquor stores is not a valid consideration for this commission. That is competition. It is business competition. The market will determine whether we have enough liquor stores or not. And if there are too many, some will go out of business. It's not a proper consideration for this commission, and that's established by Connecticut law. Also, in addition to the second speaker, this is now the second time we've gotten a letter, a brief from Attorney Kersadian right at the meeting. Again, I did not see this beforehand. However, you asked specifically for clarification on the 750-foot radius map. We have provided that. You asked for information about traffic and safety. We provided one of the foremost traffic engineers in the Northeast to give you exactly that information. Additionally, we have provided testimony from the owner of the property about the history of it and about the fact that it's always been used for commercial purposes. We have met the criteria for a certificate of location approval. We can't keep continuing to have people just throw something against the wall and say, well, we don't like that traffic guy, or we don't believe that surveyor. These are professionals who have certified their work, and their opinion is entitled to be considered, respected, and followed because that's what they do for a living. You can't just substitute someone else's layperson judgment for that of an expert who has testified before you. So again, we respectfully request that the commission approve the certificate of location approval. Thank you.
Thank you. That matter is closed.
Why you need a whole proof?
Within the radius between the two stores from door to door, what's the?
Next item on the agenda.
750 feet from front door to front door.
D1 26-16, 67-73 Hollister Street. Petition of 73 Hollister LLC seeking a zone change approval for two parcels from an NX2 zone to an I zone.
Isn't one of them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Deferred business, that was deferred.
Yeah, for August, moved to August.
The updated agenda before that.
Yeah, they moved to August.
What did they say?
Isn't that deferred? Updated
The updated agenda.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll read it again. Next item on the agenda, D1, 26-16, 67-73 Hollister Avenue, petition of 73 Hollister LLC, seeking a zone change approval from 2 parcels of NX2 zone to I zone. Request to be deferred till August 31st, next meeting, I guess, 26.
Okay.
Fine.
Next item, please.
Next item on the agenda, 26-18, 269-81 Gregory Street, petition of Driven Properties LLC, Eddie Lease, seeking a special permit and a site plan review approval for to construct a 3-story, 8-unit residential apartment building in an NX2 zone.
Good evening, committee. I'm Ed Alisi, representing Driven Properties. I'm the principal of the company.
Your address, please.
Excuse me. 50, I live in Bridgeport, 50 Pleasant View Avenue, on the north end. So, thank you for your time today. I just wanted to do a quick presentation on the building that we're looking to build on Gregory Street. It's very near Park Avenue and the University of Bridgeport. Again, requesting a special permit to increase the density of the building. By right, I can build a 6-unit building, but of course, I always feel the city needs more density, and also just building from 6 to 8 units makes the project a little bit more financially possible by increasing the density. Here's the screen. Again, project overview, looking to build a 8-unit residential building, 3 stories. One thing I think is important about this project, which I think is important as a developer in Bridgeport, is parking. I know it's not a requirement of the city now for multifamilies to have parking, but let's be honest, we all live here. Parking is already tight, and I know it's important. So I made sure that this project had 10 off-street parking spaces. So at least each resident gets 1 space. And hopefully the rest will find street parking if it's necessary. So, of course, this is just an aerial map of where it's located. Like I said, it's on the corner of Park Avenue and Gregory Street, just a few steps away from University of Bridgeport and Seaside. Just a little bit about the location of the neighborhood. It's actually in a historical district, so I did have to go through the historical committee before meeting with you guys to get approval on the facade. They were very receptive on the design, and then also the design review through the zoning department. They also liked the design as well. It definitely fit the character of the neighborhood very well. And I'm sharing this slide just so you can see that increasing the density won't have a negative impact on the area, because the area is already full of, medium density multifamily structures. So we're not, bringing something that's not already in the neighborhood. Here's a picture of the lot. Just so you can see, I think it's been vacant for many years now. The sidewalk is in terrible shape. It needs to be redone. And it's just, a vacant lot right now. Sometimes it's overgrown. So I think it's going to be a positive impact on the community to put this lot to use. One of the good things is we'll improve this section of Gregory Street, because part of the design review, a requirement is to redo the sidewalks, of course, and then add a strip of green space. So what we'll do is we'll plant nice, beautiful trees along that street as well. So it'll really, make the street look a lot nicer. Here, there's just showing the zoning chart, just to show that, I'm asking for more density, but, I'm still within the zoning requirements as far as land coverage and, site coverage and the number of stories. So regardless if we get the permit or not, we're going to still build the same size building. It's just, whether we're going to have 6 or 8 apartments, but the building is going to essentially be the same. And of course, the 10 parking spaces. Here's the facade that the historical district approved. It's going to be primarily made of brick with some metal accents. Pretty much an industrial feel to the building to match the character of the neighborhood. And then what's beautiful about it is you can see on the right side there is under canopy parking. So, it's nice to have parking, but you don't want to make the parking ugly. Like, I hate when people park right in front of the building and it just looks like crap. So with this one, I think it flows very nicely, and it won't take away from the facade of the building to have the parking. These are just basic elevations, so you can see the height of the building. Here's the more pictures of the parking, so you can see the layout. It's along the side and the rear of the building. So it's going to be very comfortable for the cars to get in and out. That layout and parking. So yeah, that's pretty much my presentation. I just wanted to say that we took a lot of thought into the design of the building. Parking was very important to us, and I think the added density is just better for Bridgeport. We know we're going to have more high quality housing. The housing stock in Bridgeport is very, very old. So I think every new development is a step in the right direction.
So these are going to be apartments or condos or?
These are going to be apartments.
Apartments.
Yeah.
What's the breakdown? What's the breakdown of the apartments? Are they 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms?
It's going to be, if we get the permit for 8 units, it's going to be 4 3-bedroom apartments and 4 2-bedroom apartments.
Are you in the flood zone?
No, luckily we're not. I checked that. But yeah, we're not in the flood zone, luckily. Yeah.
Okay.
I applaud you for putting 10 parking places in.
Yeah, thank
Bravo.
you. Yeah.
It says approximately, though, so you're committing to 10?
Absolutely, yeah, we're committing to 10. Yeah, I could have been a jerk and just built it to the ground and added more apartments, but it's...
The liquor store's gone, right?
If they'll sell it to me, it'll be gone soon. But you're talking about the liquor store on...
Yeah.
It's unfortunately, yeah, it's still there. But...
Well, this isn't on the corner then, right?
Yeah, this is a little bit... But you can still see the liquor store from the street.
Yeah.
But, Bridgeport is changing fast. Hopefully it won't be there in a few years.
Across the street from the liquor store. It's across the street. That's fine.
Sir,
Yes,
you're seeking a special permit.
I am, yes.
You have to address the special permit standards.
I'm sorry?
You have to address the special permit standards in order for us to grant you a special permit.
Okay, I did have the mailing receipts. Is that what you're referring to?
No.
Okay.
In our zoning regulations, there's a list of special permit standards
Okay.
you have to meet for a special permit.
Okay. I'm sorry, I guess I'm not familiar with those needs.
Pardon me? Well, he should address it, Brought that to Paul used to do that, yeah. Nick, do you have a copy of the special permit standards for this gentleman, so we can address them?
Want me to read it? Absolutely.
I think it's this one. You got it?
I don't think you'll find any of these particularly challenging, but we have to make sure all the Ts are crossed and Is are dotted.
All right. Okay. So,
If you just take them in order and address them.
yeah. Number 1, the proposed special permit use and accompanying site plan are consistent with and implement the objectives and policies of the master plan of conservation and development. I think we addressed this because the building... We did, right? Yeah. The proposed special permit use and accompanying site plan complies with applicable zoning code regulations. I think I showed that on my slide, showing that our land coverage is appropriate.
Right.
Number 3, the proposed special permit use and accompanying site plan will not impair future development of the surrounding area. I also think we addressed that. It shouldn't.
Yes.
It shouldn't affect anything in the area. If anything, it will improve because now the sidewalk will be more comfortable for people to walk. Let's see, number 4. The proposed special permit use will not be detrimental to existing development in the surrounding area because of its height, scale, design, or method of operation. Again, the design of the building was approved by the Historic Committee, and the height is within the zoning regulations.
Right.
Number 5, the proposal includes adequate safeguards to protect adjacent property and the neighborhood in general from any potential adverse impacts. This I'm not too quite sure of, but typically during construction, we put up what's called like a silt fence to protect from any runoff. That's in the site plans if you see that, so we shouldn't have any impact.
And after it's constructed, you'll have no impact on the neighbors.
Absolutely, we'll stay within our property. Number 6, the proposed use is not likely to cause a depreciation in the value of the nearby properties. I don't think so. I think it will, if anything, increase the value of the nearby properties. And number 7, environmental impacts to Long Island Sound will be appropriately mitigated. Again, I think
You're not anywhere near no.
All right, so I think we're fine on that one. So end zones. In order to approve a special permit application. Yeah.
That's it, you're done.
That's it.
We just wanted to make sure you covered them all.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
I'll be more prepared next time for the special permit. Thank you, Nick.
Any questions for the? Yes, if we're done with that, yes.
Thank you for letting me do that.
Good evening, Honorable Commission. My name is David Cottingham with OPED. I know some of these things were already addressed, but I just wanted to go through the staff report. So the two subject properties are 269, 279 Gregory Street. They're two long vacant infill lots that total approximately 0.22 acres in the NX2 zone. The surrounding area is characterized primarily by multifamily residential development. Along Gregory Street, the existing sidewalk is in poor condition. There's no street trees, and the frontage contains a combination of iron and chain link fencing. There's an existing utility pole located within the right-of-way, and there's also overhead utility lines as well. The proposal has received approval from the Historic District Commission, including the proposed exterior building materials. For some reason, it's not displaying up there. Give it a second. The proposal consists of the construction of a new small general building containing 8 residential dwelling units. 6 dwelling units are permitted as of right in the NX2 zone. The proposed density requires a special permit and approval from the Planning and Zoning Commission. The development includes 10 off-street parking spaces and off-site improvements consisting of a new public sidewalk and the installation of 2 street trees along the Gregory Street frontage. Findings: the City of Bridgeport has Office of Planning and Economic Development Department has reviewed this proposal and provided conditions of approval. This proposal would revitalize a long vacant property and incorporate streetscape improvements that benefit the surrounding community, and it provides much needed housing. The conditions of approval, staff recommends the following. The applicant shall adhere to all the design review staff feedback stated as part of the concept design review process, including the installation of sidewalk and street trees. And the review and approval criteria, just going to go through that really quickly again per section 11.50.6. The Planning and Zoning Commission must make the following findings on record. The proposed special permit use and accompanying site plan are consistent with and implement the objectives and policies of the Master Plan of Conservation and Development. The proposed special permit use and accompanying site plan complies with all applicable zoning code regulations. The proposed special permit use and accompanying site plan will not impair future development of the surrounding area. The proposed special permit use will not be detrimental to the existing development of the surrounding area because of its height, scale, design, or method of operation. The proposal includes adequate safeguards to protect the adjacent property and the neighborhood in general from any potential adverse impacts. The proposed use is not likely to cause a depreciation in the value of nearby properties. And lastly, environmental impacts to the Long Island Sound will be appropriately mitigated. That is all that I have. If you have any questions for me.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Would anyone like to speak in favor of this application?
I'm all over the city. How you doing, commissioners? Yes, I'm Alfredo Castillo, the councilman, and the 136, but I'm all over the city. So I like good developers that are coming here
Your
to
address,
do.
please.
Excuse me?
Your address.
Oh, 1737 Noble Avenue. Don't stalk me, okay? No, I just wanna. I'm for this. I'm excited that we got people that want to develop our city. I'm looking for good developers that are going to start projects, are going to finish it, that are going to help the community. And we do need some workforce housing, and that area it needs to be developed. I know the Warnaco building was teared down, so now we're going to be looking to develop that area for some home ownership. But anything that beautifies our neighborhood, and this brother, nice, it looks like a factory. But it looks good, and I appreciate if you guys approve this, because we do need good housing and we need good developers that are going to finish projects. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Anyone else in favor? No? Anyone opposed? All right, which are you, sir? Which are you, in favor or opposed? Step forward if you'd like to, or you just want to say you're opposed? Okay, that's fine.
I'm Barbara Wardlow, and this is my husband, Ronald Wardlow. We live on 255 Gregory Street. The gentleman showed you a beautiful picture of a building on the opposite side of the area, which happened to be a school, which was just converted, so it's not a new construction of a brick building. This building does not meet the character of the south end of Bridgeport. All of the houses down there are wooden frame houses. We have a major parking problem on Gregory Street. You go there at 6 o'clock every day and you have people that are looking for parking places. Granted, he's gonna put 10 spots in there, but he's got 23, I think it's 22 bedrooms in these units. What happens if they're all adults with cars? You're going to have to fight in our neighborhood to get some parking.
We've lived in the neighborhood since...
You have to identify yourself, sir, if you're going to speak.
Identify yourself.
And your address.
My name is Ronald Wardlow. I live at 255 Gregory Street.
Thank you.
I've lived there since 1946. I've seen the neighborhood come and go as times progress. This building that he's trying to put up does not meet with the rest of the neighborhood. The characteristics of the rest of the neighborhood. There is no parking on the street, and he's putting up buildings where if they have children, they have no place to play, because that building takes up those two lots. And where are they going to play? In the middle of the street? and it's a snow street, and there's absolutely traffic. It's the only way out of the south end for trucks. All trucks going into the south end of Bridgeport, that is the only street that gets them out to the highway. You can't have children playing in the middle of the street. And with 23 bedrooms, you know you're going to either have all adults or all children. It's just not characteristic of the neighborhood. And I honestly believe that it should not be allowed.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, John.
Anyone else opposed? Rebuttal? Where'd he go? Rebuttal, sir? You want to respond to the negative comments?
I understand your concerns. As far as the characteristic of the building, you know, we did go through a very detailed design review with the historic district, and they felt that it did fit the. Oh, as far as the design of the building, we did go through a very, you know, detailed review with the historic commission, and they approved the design. They felt that it did fit the character of that area. So I think the design is fine. And, you know, I do understand parking is an issue. That's why I did my best to address it the way that I could to still build on the land and, you know, make it the project realistic. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
If you're satisfied, we're satisfied there.
Yeah.
Thank you. Just for everyone's edification, there are no parking requirements in the city of Bridgeport, so
No,
you don't
it's-
have to provide any parking.
No, I understand.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I
Just
know
so
it's
the
a
public
concern,
knows.
so.
All right, thank you. That matter is closed.
Next item, 26-19, 86 Whittier Street, petition of 3676 Stratford Avenue LLC, seeking an adaptive reuse approval by way of a special permit to convert the former school building into a 33-unit residential apartment building in an NX2 zone.
Good evening, all. My name is Anthony Stewart. I live at 35 Sophia Drive in Richfield, Connecticut. I'm here to seek a special permit to rehab and renovate Whittier School. Whittier School was built in 1912. To me, it's a historic building, so it meets some of the qualifications of a historic building, and I have been working towards that. But my vision is to take the school itself, convert it into multifamily housing, and provide parking for the neighborhood. I think this will enhance the neighborhood, and I think if it goes well, it'll be a nice little development for condos or something in that respect. And that is my focus and what I'm trying to do. What I brought for you today is a presentation of what you have in your package already. I'll just go through it quickly. So you can
Sure, thank you.
envision it. The first slide is the first page is the H2 survey, which is also part of your package there, but it shows the area and boundaries of it. It shows borders in the back at Orleans Street, borders in the front at Whittier Street, with two sidelines with the neighborhood. The second slide or second page shows what we are trying to do to create a border or buffer between my property and my neighborhood property. And these are the trees and plantings to create that buffer, both on the side of, on the left and right side of it, as well as on Orleans Street. My idea is to keep the front of the building relatively the same, and I don't know if any of you have been over there, but we had some trees that fell, and I had to clean up the whole area, and I cut down the rest of the trees. So now when you drive up on Whittier, you see this large building sitting down on the top of the hill. It's one of the highest spots in that entire area. This shows what we're going to do in terms of the buffer. The next. I'm going to have to make it handicap accessible, I'm going to have to put a little area in the back where I can put an elevator. So the existing building remains the same. I'm I'm just gonna build a little offshoot so I can put handicap and elevator in there to go on all 3 floors. If you're familiar with the building at all, you know that the building itself has 2 floors completely above ground, and 1 floor, the lower floor, is halfway in the ground. So it's shaped like an L. The point of what I'm going to try to do is to take the L, the larger part of the L, and convert it into 8 units. So each of the classrooms that are in the building itself, I'm going to take each classroom and convert it into an apartment. The 4 classrooms that are on each side of the building are going to be 2-bedroom apartments, and the 4 classrooms on the inside of the building are going to be 1-bedroom apartments. This system duplicates from the basement area to the 1st floor area and again to the 2nd floor. And I prefer to call the basement like the lower level because it has access and windows as well. So that's what this is showing. It also shows that we have a gymnasium in the building. It's a low ceiling gymnasium, only 14 feet high. So I can't get 2 stories out of the gym. So what I've done is I've converted those into efficiency apartments. The 2nd floor of the building is where we come up to the auditorium. So again, we duplicate 2 bedrooms on each end, 4 1-bedrooms in the center, but I was trying to be a little more creative when it came down to the gym. The gym, we have almost 20 feet high ceiling, so what I wanted to do is to build lofts. So you're gonna walk in through the 1st floor of the building, and you walk down an area where we have those large windows. If you're familiar with the site, that very large windows. You walk down here and your doors will enter into the main building, each of the units itself. So we have 4 of these units with lofts. So there'll be a 2nd floor on each of these, which I kind of think would be kind of nice looking because my daughter has one similar to that. But it's a 2nd floor in each of them, and they overlook windows that look out the front of the building. So we have windows in the back, or the back side of it, and windows in the front, and you can see all that through lofts. The lofts will give me the opportunity of making 3-bedroom units in some of the spaces. So some of them will be 3 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, and with all the lofts. This plan simply shows what happens with the loft. It shows the 3-bedroom lofts and the walkway that leads up to the 2-bedroom lofts. But the rest of the area is what you've seen in the previous page. And the final elevation, or final plan, this is the 3rd floor. The 3rd floor is existing right now. We've duplicated everything we did on the lower 2 levels. The difference is going to be that we have certain areas in the 3rd floor that we're going to try to use create some kind of study areas for them. But again, bedrooms on the end, 2 bedrooms on each end, and then 1-bedroom units in the middle. You'll notice that there's no gymnasium or anything on the 3rd floor because that's actually the roof of the gym in the auditorium. This is the front elevation of the building. I'm going to leave it I have a history of restoring old buildings, so I'm going to leave it exactly as you see it. We'll clean it, wash it. We'll restore the masonry that's on it and any of the stonework that's on it. I'm trying to get it to look exactly like it did when the people originally envisioned it. No window changes on it except for a little on the side, but no window changes on it. In a lower level where we have where we have the gym, I'm going to raise the floor in the gym so that when you walk straight in from the lower level, you walk across the same level as that all the way through the end of the building. Then the last one, these are simply my side elevations where we show that we keep pretty much the exact same look of the building it is. There's nothing I'm going to change other than I'm going to clean it, fix it up, and stop the leaking roof. And that's my goal.
And you said these will be condos or rental units?
Well, I just need to get them first approved for residential units.
You got to build them.
I still need to test the market to see if the market could sustain having condos or whether we have to simply go with rental units. But the bottom line will always remain, I'm going to leave a portion of them as affordable units. That's my goal, and I will stay with that goal.
Okay, thank you. Anyone have any questions? I'm sorry, Caesar?
Parking, yes. I'm glad you brought
Does it
that up.
need a special permit?
I'm glad you brought that up. So I do have parking. We
Yes,
designed
it
it
do-
so that we have
no.
a parking space for each of the units themselves. And I do have extra space in here that I'm gonna try to play around with some additional parking.
Oh, special permit, yes.
For adaptive reuse.
Right. Nick, is there a difference between a special permit and adaptive reuse special permit?
Sure.
So so we don't have to go through the adaptive, the special permit uses, it's just, we have to prove it as an adaptive reuse.
Special permit, same.
The one they did was very nice, right next door.
All right, so,
I think that's fine.
so it has to
Right
address a
next door
special
to-
permit, thank
They
you.
did a nice job.
I don't really think that's technically true.
Quality, it's not
Go
joking.
through it.
Okay. We'll try this without my glasses, so bear with me.
All right, that's fine, sir. Well, we can read them to you and you can respond.
Yeah. So I did study this. I was fortunate enough to work a little bit with Nick and his team on this, so we did study this. We made sure that we complied with these proponents. Okay, the first one is proposed special permit use accomplished site plan are consistent with the
Master plan of development.
So yes, we are consistent with the master plan. In fact, because we don't change anything, we comply with this just because the existing building does itself. The second one, proposed special permit use and accomplished site plan complies with all applicable zoning code regulations. Yes, it does. Third one, the proposed special permit use and accomplished site plan will not impair future development of the surrounding area. It does not. We stay within our footprint itself and it doesn't impact us. And again, I'm providing parking spaces for all the units that are there. Fourth one, proposed special permit use will not be detrimental to existing development in the surrounding area because of height, scale, design, or method of operation. It's the existing building, the exact same building that we have now. The only thing I'm adding to it is an elevator to allow a handicap accessibility to the upper levels. So we comply with that as well. The proposal includes adequate safeguards to protect adjacent property in the neighborhoods, general any potential adverse impacts. Yes, that was the reason why we've created this buffer zone around the entire site, on both sides and on the back of it. And then when I take down the black fence, you see, it will just open it up, give you this welcoming feeling coming to Tryon. Proposed use is not likely to cause a depreciation in the value of nearby properties. Absolutely not.
No.
This will definitely help the value of the adjacent properties. Environment impacts to Long Island Sound will be appropriately mitigated.
Yeah, you won't have any.
We don't have. When they flood 86 Whittier Street, when the whole neighborhood floods, we have bigger problems in my development because we're up on the top of a hill. That's what I have.
Thank you.
I have the list.
Mailings, please give them to Nick.
Yep. Would you believe there were 39 houses or properties within that 100-foot?
Wow.
Yeah, 39.
Any other questions from the commission? No? Would anyone like to speak in favor of this? Anyone opposed? Step forward and...
Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Scott Burns. I reside at 29 Ames Boulevard, Bridgeport, Connecticut, former council rep and a member of the BlackRock NRZ. Just want to speak on this matter in that we believe very much that the Whittier School property needs to be developed. It's been in the hands of the developer for at least 4 years, and unfortunately we've had some issues with keeping the property in an unblighted situation over that time. And so at this point, again, we like the idea of it being developed. That's a positive. However, I would implore you to at least table this matter until the developer can meet with the NRZ. Those who've been around for a while know that the NRZ and BlackRock can offer some very good insights and perspectives on various issues in terms of design, development, and comportment with the entire neighborhood. This is a tight street, as you know, and it's also part of a greater plan in terms of traffic flow for the Fairfield Avenue corridor. And I would want to make sure that this plan comports with that. Again, we're not opposed to this idea. We think it's good. We'd love to see that vacant building get fixed up. But I think if it's been 4 years, I think a couple more weeks makes sense so that developer can meet with the NRZ and discuss these matters to make sure that the various aspects with the road behind it or land all make sense. So again, I just ask that you at least table this matter till we can have that proper discussion. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else opposed?
Fredo Castillo, 136, 1737 Noble Avenue. I'm opposed of this developer. He's got to approve a development project in the East End. 10 years. This developer has destroyed the community. He lied to the community. He said he was going to put a supermarket over there. There's a desert over there. He said he was going to do a bunch of stuff. He got a lot of money from the city, got a lot of money from the state. And now he can't even finish the project that he's done, and now he wants to start another one in the East End. And what he's trying to do, he wants to get this approved so he can sell it. That's all he's trying to do. He got it for dirt cheap from the city, and now he wants to sell it. But my thing is, I'm tired of developers that he don't even live in Bridgeport. He doesn't live in Bridgeport. He's all over the state with some defunct projects. I'm tired of this developer saying that he's going to do something. He has done nothing, and he destroyed the East End. It's been there for 10 years, and now he wants to start another project. I don't think so. I don't think so. So please not approve this because he's only for his pocket. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else in opposition? Rebuttal?
The gentleman who came up and talked about meeting with the NRZ, more than happy to meet with the NRZ. I've been working on this for some time now, more than happy going forward, but I don't think that's necessary to meet with him prior to the approval since he's already in favor of the idea of redeveloping it. I think we should move forward. I would propose we move forward. I'd still be more than happy to meet with him. That's the first one. The second one, I just want to say he's completely wrong. He's speaking completely from a false narrative. That is not what happened. I am not working on this one building for 10 years. I'm the guy that built the East Side Library, the one that they're renovating now, and I'm the guy who built Newfield Library. That was 10 years ago. I've only been working on the main project itself, which is the grocery store, which you guys approved, but the grocery store, the retail plaza itself for the last 6 years or so. If everyone remembers, COVID hit, I've had some issues, and it is my intent, no matter what happens, I'll finish the project. I hate it when I hear people speak that they don't speak truth, but yet they get a chance to stand up here and tell you what they think is wrong. He is completely wrong and off base. That is not what happened.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, that matter is closed.
Next item on the menu, 26-20, 1269 Main Street, petition of Crave Noir Coffee Bar, seeking a certificate of location approval for a cafe liquor permit for proposed coffee shop bar in an annex one zone.
I don't know. Hello, everyone. My name is Dewan. Hello, everyone. My name is Dewan Wiggins. My address is 1 Chestnut Street, Norwalk, Connecticut. I'm also a councilman, so I know your feelings to be here on the evening on a Monday. I'm actually missing a meeting myself. So I'm just going to read. I know you guys have all of the documents. I just read it just for the record. My name is Dewan Wiggins. I'm part owner of the Crave Noir, a coffee bar, which is proposed to operate on 1269 Main Street in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Crave Noir is a coffee bar. Crave Noir Coffee Bar is intended to be a community-focused establishment that provides a welcoming environment for residents, professionals, students, and visitors. The primary use of this space will be as a coffee bar, serving specialty coffees, teas, espressos, beverages, and other non-alcoholic drinks. In addition, we look to offer light foods such as pastries, sandwiches, and grab-and-go menu options. As part of our business model, Crave Noir will also offer a limited selection of wine and specialty cocktails. Alcohol sales will be secondary to the primary coffee bar operation and intend to enhance the customer experience during evening hours. The establishment is not intended to function as a nightclub, bar, or entertainment venue. Rather, it will operate as a cafe-style environment that encourages social interaction, professional networking, meetings, and community engagement. The proposed use will contribute positively to the surrounding neighborhood by activating the storefront, creating employment opportunities, supporting local economic development, and providing a unique gathering space for the community. We are committed to operating the business in compliance with all the applicable local, state, and federal regulations, including zoning requirements, health and safety standards, and liquor control regulations. Thank you for this opportunity and consideration. We look forward to becoming a positive addition to the city of Bridgeport. I just might add, you're going to be seeing me a lot in Bridgeport. We have a couple other projects, my partner and I. I work a lot with young people in Norwalk and Bridgeport, serving Norwalk and Bridgeport students. I own a nonprofit that's in Norwalk. And our overall idea is really giving young people opportunities to have jobs. That's what I do. Right now, we got over 20 students working for us throughout the summer. And I'm trying to develop this ecosystem to where young people could come in, get the job training, get jobs, and obviously grow into the position. And also understand business. My nonprofit is called Youth Business Initiative, and we teach young people business with a hands-on experience. That's literally what we do. And we're trying to funnel that through these opportunities we have. So I don't know if you guys know, there's a juice bar on Main Street that my partner operates. And same thing, right? Young people coming in, learning, getting experiences, and so on and so forth. So once again, thank you for this opportunity. I know it's going to be a long night, but any questions or anything from me?
How big is the actual?
The space is pretty small. If I'm not mistaken, it's under
Square feet, that's what I thought.
Yeah, under 1,000 square feet or around there.
It looks much bigger on the plan.
Is it what?
It looks much bigger on the plan.
Yeah, I don't think it's that big. Yeah, about 1,200, you said. Yeah, about 1,200. It's still small to me.
You're gonna have music?
Well, it's like jazz music. It's like a vibe. It's not like it's just jazz music. So that's the kind of vibe that we're trying to bring. Like, somewhere you could work, no hard alcohols, espresso martinis, and so on and so forth.
What are your proposed hours of operation?
7 a.m. to 8, 9 the latest.
Any live music?
No, we don't plan to have live music. No. Hopefully we could do Monday through Sunday, the full week, 7 days. Yeah. But no, the Sundays, 7 o'clock, close. Because, we're going to be serving like breakfast sandwiches and stuff, like heat up sandwiches. So, we we're not gonna go all day. That's not the type of event, space we're trying to have. But we just really wanted to be during the week, honestly, when you get off work, you want to kind of go. If you still got work to do, it's modeled after the lifestyle I kind of live. Right, I like to go places, use my laptop, sometimes have a small drink or whatever, like a Prosecco or whatever, and just do my work. So that's kind of the model.
Are you having anything outside, like on the sidewalk, or everything's gonna be within the?
Yeah, everything will be inside. Yep.
So do you have experience operating a coffee bar or a liquor establishment?
Well, we have my partner have the juice bar. I don't know if you heard of it. It's called Main Squeeze. If you haven't, it's down the street. Y'all should try it out. But no, so I run a nonprofit and I run some spaces in Norwalk. But this is kind of my first experience doing the restaurant. So it's very tough. It's not an easy experience, but I'm enjoying it. More importantly, giving the young people opportunity. We just hired so far about 5 young people to operate the space, college students. Most of them go to Housatonic.
Housatonic.
Go to Housatonic, yep.
Also, you hire within the.
Absolutely. That's kind of our goal.
When you say cafe liquor, I mean, what kind of liquor are you gonna serve? Just very few, or?
We got a very small, like our bar area is very small, so it'll be espresso martinis, wine and cheese is like on our menu, Prosecco, stuff like that. We're not doing like margaritas or anything like that. Maybe an old fashioned, because I like old fashioned. Yeah. I can't hear him, sorry.
Anyone else have any questions? Would anyone like to, you didn't write this up, did you? I didn't think so. Anyone else like to speak in favor of this? Any opposition? Seeing none, the matter is closed. Thank you, sir.
Item number 26-21, 1265 Lindley Avenue has been deferred to August 31st. Sorry? Next item, 26-22, 1198 and 1200 East Main Street, petition of KG Realty Group LLC, seeking a certificate of location approval for a liquor permit for a proposed restaurant bar in an MX1 zone.
Good evening, Mr. Chair, members of the commission and staff. For the record, my name is Peter Madoit from Madoit Group. We're located on 45 East Putnam Avenue in Greenwich, Connecticut. We are a design build firm, and I am here to represent the applicant regarding a restaurant and bar permit for liquor permit for a restaurant in the MX1 zone. Our project is located at 1198 and 1200 East Main Street in Bridgeport. The parcels are located within the MX1 zone district. The development is located in the heart of east side of Bridgeport. The lot is on the corner of East Main and Shelton Street. The project proposes to adaptively expand an existing one-story masonry building, to which is owned also by the client. The 2 lots will be merged to create a full-service restaurant and bar. When facing Shelton Street, the proposed restaurant will face East Main Street, and on the other side, the Bridgeport Library, which used to be the Salvation Army building. Our site is adjacent to many retail and restaurant establishments, including fast food. There are also other retail restaurants, including financial and other businesses in the area. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on me. We believe this project will demonstrate a lot of local support because it revitalizes this corridor. The existing street needs to be redeveloped. So I think this does provide the opportunity for us to do something that's really great in this community. There will be a lot of improvement made from landscaping to aesthetic improvements. Trash storage and deliveries will be properly managed on Shelton Street. And storage is primarily within the building except refrigeration units, which all the deliveries will be also made on Shelton Street. The driveway egress ingress will be also on Shelton Street, which will allow for workable access to the property for deliveries and other service vehicles. Utilities and commercial will also come through that area as well. We believe this proposed development should be, we would like to ask the board to approve this based on the improvements to the property and compliance to local requirements. The proposed project is compatible with town goals and providing another restaurant on the east side of Bridgeport. It will interest people passing on the east side and also provide more businesses in Bridgeport and the surrounding areas. The restaurant will also bring more tax revenue to the town, and the proposed project is expected to start at the end of this year and be completed early next year. Yeah, and we've also been working on some renderings that I do have. We've really worked on the design of this building to try to improve just the entire area. So my client, it was very important for him to design something in that area that would not only improve the neighborhood but also bring in a lot of local support so that this project could get done.
Special permit, can you address that?
It's for a liquor.
This is the one without.
It's certificate of location and liquor permit.
I misread it, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Liquor permit.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Is that the building right there?
Yes, that's the corner. Yep, that's and then that lot, and then yes, yep.
The vacant lot is.
The vacant lot will be merged with that building. It's all one, so we're gonna merge both of them together.
That's okay. Liquor.
No, it's 2 stories because 2 stories. Yes, by code it has to be 2 stories.
I see there's a church on the opposite, right on the corner. St. Charles.
Yeah. Package stores, it's not for restaurants.
Okay, thank you for that.
One other thing I would like to add, I know parking is not necessarily a requirement, but we did try to get some parking for staff as well within the site. So we did provide some additional parking, and we are also working with, right across the street from us is the Bridgeport Library. So we've been in communication with them, and we've been in conversation and trying to get parking off hours when they're not in use.
Now, the picture you just presented, right there.
Yeah.
OPED,
Yes.
with OPED, and that's what OPED has OPED looked at that picture?
Is what I'm sorry. Yes, David Cottingham.
Dave, yeah.
Yeah, he saw. I mean, I don't know if he wants to say anything, but I did meet with the concept review board, and that's why we're moving forward.
Okay.
But I guess they can let you know what their thoughts are.
It'll be nice to post a picture. This would be nice to post a picture if we can, so,
Yeah, no, I understand. Yes, sorry.
people can see it.
So what will be your hours of operation?
So, I mean, I'm still working with my client with that, but it would be within whatever the hours of the liquor commission that allows us to stay open. So, I mean, it's a restaurant and bar, so open for lunch, and then
Yeah, skin and build, yeah.
whatever the liquor commission allows us to open till, that's the hours that we would stay open till.
So basically,
From the ground up.
liquor hours.
For
Permitted
late
liquor
for
hours.
weekends, but during the week, I think they
They
would
don't
have
spend
regular
money.
hours, just like any other restaurant in the area.
So is this primarily going to be a restaurant or a bar?
It's a restaurant. I mean, we're serving food. It's going to be both.
Okay,
It's a
so-
restaurant and bar. Yeah. So if you look at the plans, I mean, we have a big bar, so we're gonna serve food and alcohol.
If you don't mind me asking, what kind of food,
I'm sorry.
Can you come and speak?
I'm sorry, sir. Step forward and identify yourself if you're going to speak.
Yeah.
Up here.
Get all the specifics.
Your name and address, sir, before you.
Kimani, 6 Bayberry Lane, Charlotte, Connecticut. It's gonna be we're gonna be cooking Caribbean food, but it's like different. We want to serve like different types because over there it's a lot of ethnicity over there, a lot of different cultures. So we try to bring in different chefs. We're just trying to do something like a mix. Like you see on Boston Ave, they have a Asian and Latino mix. We try to do a fusion like that. So, you know what I mean? So
Okay.
we can try something new.
Thank you.
So this will be mainly a restaurant, it won't be like restaurant in the daytime and then a lounge later after hours?
No, it's basically mostly a restaurant, but some weekends we're gonna have like live entertainment. So
like a lounge?
Like a lounge area on the weekend.
Hours for a lounge?
No.
Whatever the liquor gives to on the weekend.
You can't have live entertainment.
So let me answer that.
No, sir?
Oh, sorry.
Well, yeah, before you run away. You can't have live entertainment. You have to get a special permit for live entertainment. You're not allowed live entertainment in the bar.
No,
We're
rest,
not-
no, go ahead.
No, it's not. You're saying live entertainment? I mean, it's
Yes.
just for like having a DJ. That's it. We're not doing anything else.
No, you can have music, but
Yeah,
you can't have live entertainment.
Like a band, you can have like a band.
No band. No. There's no bands or anything.
Yeah, hold on. Let the zoning officer explain it to you. So you can play music, but you can't have a DJ.
Okay.
You'd have to come back.
Yeah, you just have to come and do
Yeah,
the
you have to
special
go.
permits to get the DJ.
Start building, we can come back and apply for the DJ.
Exactly.
Right. And you can certainly, you can play music, but you can't have a DJ.
As of now.
Gotcha?
Yeah.
Of course. Okay. Any other questions?
Thank you for the clarification.
Would anyone like to speak in favor of this application? Anyone opposed?
Sure, good liquor. She's gonna get the food there, that's it.
Hi, my name is Maria Inez Valle. I reside at 561 Brook Street, and I am the councilwoman for the district where this bar restaurant is being proposed. Again, I do not mean to disrespect anyone of you because I know the work that you guys do, right? It's not easy. But again, I am imploring you to deny this. This affects our quality of life. We do not need any more liquor stores or establishment on the east side. There are too many liquor stores and smoke shops as it is. This is a family neighborhood with churches, libraries, and schools. I don't know if you are able to pull up that picture, please. And as he does that, I just want to, again, a reminder, Esquina Latina, Caridad, Ceviche, Alcoiris, the Mexican restaurant, Gala Foods, that they sell food. There's another one by the post office on East Main Street. Then if you move a little further, you have El Coquito, Steel Point Pizza, Genaro, the Asian restaurant. So that's quite a lot of restaurants in that area. And if you see our beautiful library that is being built, right? And it's, I guess, hopefully by next year it will be done, or maybe sooner. This is where our children from the schools, right, nearby schools, will be going to doing research. Do we want a restaurant, bar, that we don't know what's gonna happen after, where our children, a vulnerable population, this is what they're going to encounter on a daily basis? Is that what we want? If it were your grandkids or your children, would you like that for your kids? So that empty lot right there, that used to be a fruit stand way, way back then. It caught fire. So where you see that car, that's where the parking lot for our library, that's where they will park their employees. Never mind us, but the employees. Then further down, there's already, let's see, right around there, there is a house that has a tent in the back. And here comes for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, bachata, merengue, and everything you could think of back there, all right? Illegal. But anyway, I'm not saying they're doing it, but somebody is, adding more to the confusion. So if you go back to where the library is, please. Okay. See that store right there? That store right there, late at night, music playing from there. As a matter of fact, you could look it up. You don't have to, if you don't want to believe me, but they were just cited by the police because they had some gambling going on in that establishment. That's my understanding. That's what I understood, what I read. So again, and the other thing is that we have an NRZ, Neighborhood Revitalization. These gentlemen have not come before us or even asked to, let us know what they're planning and ask for an input from us. But more importantly, that library right there, we need to protect our children.
Thank you. Anyone else opposed?
Heidi Nieves, 348 Park Street. I'm councilwoman for the 137th Council District. And before I say my remarks, I want to read into the record because they had an emergency. The person that was supposed to speak here for La Senda Antigua Church, which is located on 1126 East Main Street. They want to respectfully oppose the proposed liquor permit for the establishment located 1 block from our place of worship. Our concern is not rooted in opposition to the business or economic development. We support responsible local businesses that contribute positively to our neighborhood. However, we believe that the placement of another establishment centered on alcohol sales so close to a church is inconsistent with the role our congregation plays in serving families, children, and vulnerable members of our community. Each week, our church provides a place of worship, counseling, youth activities, addiction support, and community outreach. Many who come through our doors are working to overcome substance abuse, rebuild their families, and establish healthier lives. And introducing another nearby location whose primary purpose is the sale and consumption of alcohol risks undermining those efforts. Even if the business is operated responsibly, its proximity creates an environment that may present unnecessary temptations and challenges for those individuals in recovery and sends a conflicting message about the character and priorities of the neighborhood surrounding our ministry. We are concerned about the broader impact on the surrounding area. Bars can bring increased late-night activity, noise, traffic, and disturbances that may affect residents, families, and those attending evening worship services or church events. Our congregation regularly hosts children, seniors, and community members during both daytime and evening hours. We believe the neighborhood should continue moving towards the uses that strengthen family life, encourage investment, and promote public safety rather than adding another alcohol-serving venue. We respectfully ask that the permitting authority to carefully weigh not only the applicant's qualifications, but also the cumulative impact this permit may have on the surrounding community. We encourage consideration of whether this location is the most appropriate place for a new liquor permit, given its close proximity to a church dedicated to serving the spiritual, emotional, and practical needs of the neighborhood. We believe growth and economic opportunity can coexist with thoughtful planning that respects institutions which have been long anchors of hope and stability. Thank you very much. La Iglesia Antigua, Senda Antigua Church. I just want to say that I believe in economic development. I'm a strong supporter of economic development, about socioeconomic development as well. My biggest concern is that my council partner also brought it up. There has been no conversation with the NRG. The NRG has a master plan. And we also have a master plan for the East Main Street corridor, which we've been working with economic development on. The biggest concern is not about the liquor permit, but just about what I just heard, also about the entertainment component. I don't have a problem with entertainment, but that corridor right now is so close in its proximity to the library, which we have fought very hard to get for many years, is a little troubling to me. And the fact that that corner of East Main Street in Shelton is so narrow. When we're talking about deliveries, when the Salvation Army was there before, which was previously where the library is housed now, there was always an issue on that corridor about traffic concerns. And though the deliveries are gonna happen in the evening, I was looking at who the abutters were. Some of the abutters are out of towners, so they're renters, so they don't really understand if the abutters got the information. Most of them, about 8 of them are out of towners. I think 3 of them are residents that I looked at, that actually live in those properties. So to me, that's a little, the process is a little disingenuous for the people who actually live in the area, because landlords don't give that information to their tenants to be able to come and speak about that. That's one of my things. That's my personal beef. But I think there needs to be a better plan, and if it's going to be a restaurant, it's going to be a restaurant. It has to be a restaurant. If it's going to have a liquor permit, I think we saw what happened at the old Fitzwillies when it became the Ritz. I mean, now it's the library. If we remember, we had Teddy's on the corner of East Main Street all the way up there, and now it's an empty lot. So I'm not saying this to be negative, but we have seen what has happened on the East Main Street corridor. And to speak to the economic vitality of that neighborhood, East Main Street does not shut off. And we are working really hard to make it back to what it used to be. At some point, it has to shut off. There is a bar which is in close proximity, and there is a liquor store in close proximity. And then, St. Charles Church is on the other side, and we have had some problems, well, a lot of problems on East Main Street, Lower East Main Street coming all the way up to the Boston Avenue, where there's been restaurants that operate as after hours as well. So those are our concerns, and it's not that we don't want something in our neighborhood, it's that it just needs to be impactful and the right fit right now. And right now, unfortunately, I don't think this is the right fit when we're trying to remedy some of the issues that we're having between the East Main Street corridor and the railroad tracks. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else opposed? Rebuttal? Identify yourself, and yes, you can certainly rebut.
Kimani Graham.
Put the mic up.
All right. I'm Kimani Graham. For her concern, when she said she don't think it's the right time next to the library, we spoke to the library owner. We spoke to the guy. They wanted it. So we asked them first, but we didn't know we had to go to whatever group they was talking about. The NRZ, we didn't know about going to a group. All we know about is to get the permit. I owned that land for 5 years. It's all drug activity right there. All people just sitting there smoking, or they're doing whatever on my land right there. So we come in the morning, I got to get them up off of it. They sleep there. You go there now, they might be there. You get what I'm saying? I just try to do something with it because something gonna happen there sooner or later. It's like a dump truck. If you go down East Main Street, you drive there, everybody eat or do whatever they do, liquor bottle, they just throw it there in the lot. I want to do something with the place, trying to upgrade the area. Yeah, all right. They saying the church have a concern about what if about somebody being sobriety and that we have a liquor store. Everybody's an adult. You don't have to go there. We're not the only one there. Everybody have a liquor store, or people got liquor stores. It's a restaurant. So now we just gonna not have something because somebody have a problem? We're not telling you to go there. You don't have to go there if you have a problem drinking. We're not encouraging you to go there. If you don't want to go, you don't have to go. We're not saying come drink every day. It's a restaurant. So now you're just telling us that we can't have a restaurant because there's other restaurants in the area? Makes no sense. And it's different, it's different type of restaurants. I'm not saying we come in to take everybody else's restaurants. It's different things there, so people have different type of flavor food or whatever. Everybody cooks different and different types.
Peter Madoit, Madoit Group, 45 East Putnam Avenue. Just to add to what my client was saying, the main purpose of this is a restaurant. And as you all know, the main viability of a restaurant in today's modern society is to also provide wine or whatever it is that someone may accompany for dinner. So I don't really see that as something that should prevent my client from having liquor at a restaurant. I do understand the concern and I do appreciate your concerns, but we also feel that, having a restaurant, I think everyone who goes out to dinner would like to have a nice beverage after dinner sometimes, and I think by allowing this liquor permit to go through would be very good for this restaurant.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. That matter is closed. Pardon me? You want a break? No, Ali has.
No,
8:15, right?
8:16. 8:16. Go through, you can go through. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I don't think Pine Street will take long.
8:16.
What?
8:16.
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock.
We still have like 20 minutes.
It's still 20 minutes.
Yeah, you said 8:15. Yeah, call the,
No. Yeah, keep going.
yeah, I know.
Keep going?
Yeah, keep going.
Next item on the agenda, 26-23, 665 Pine Street, petition of BAR Bridgeport LLC, seeking a zone change approval from a MX1 mixed-use corridor zone to an industrial zone.
For the record, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Francis, Arthur H. Howland Associates of New Milford, Connecticut. Tonight I'm here on behalf of my client, Vin Porzio, or BAR Bridgeport LLC, for their request to change the zone of 665 Pine Street from MX1 to industrial. We had last, in March, done this same process for 2045 Fairfield Avenue. My client has purchased all those properties in addition to 146 Andover Street, and he's the owner and operator of the Flash Car Wash that is there. The intent is to combine all three lots, 146, 665, and 2045, into one, and expand the vacuum station area to add 6 vacuum spaces. And on 665, they're going to be putting their pylon sign per the sign regulations. I was looking at the lot cards last time and didn't realize that that had indicated that the 665 was already in the industrial zone when it was not. So I apologize for wasting any time here. I would have killed 2 birds with 1 stone in March. But that's the extent of this application, and I'm here to answer any questions anyone may have.
So you just want to make all parcels in the same zone?
I'm sorry?
You want to make all parcels in the same zone?
Correct, because we're going to combine all 3s to one.
Okay. Pardon me?
Like they did in Fairfield Avenue where they put all the vacuums.
Right, but they own all 3 pieces.
Correct.
But 1 piece is in a different zone. So they want to make all three in the same time.
My question to you is, will the entrance to the site is on Pine Street only, or is it on North Avenue?
The entrance is on Pine Street. There are two exits on Andover Street, and that's only because you have the option of getting car wash and bypassing, just going straight out, leaving the site, forgetting that not doing vacuums, or going to the vacuums.
Where was the exits again? What street?
Andover Street.
Andover.
Right. As you can see here, we're basically going to take this, close this off, and just extend it. We're actually decreasing the impervious coverage on the site because of, taking down the building and the pavement at 2045. But we're also expanding the retention basin here, so it's, it's overkill now as far as the, stormwater infiltration is concerned. And again, this is currently operating right now, but this is the bypass exit if you don't want the vacuums. My client has realized that the vacuums is a big draw, and the people coming out of the car wash, you're finding that you don't have, the people are coming out quicker than the people are finishing up with the vacuums, so if they add more vacuums. But you can see here, this is the same plan I brought back in March. It's just 6 spaces that they're adding, and the pylon sign will be in that location, per all the regulations. Of course, that'll be a permit after the fact by the contract, by the owner.
Do you own the antenna?
No.
No, somebody else owns that.
That's a separate, that property is right here, and that is, we own everything around. And this is not included, this is a separate owned property, but the current Bar Bridgeport owns this as well.
So the antenna is somebody else's property.
That's correct.
Okay. Fairly straightforward. Anyone have any other questions? No. Jonathan, you don't? No, Jonathan's not here, but he didn't have anything. Anyone like to speak in favor of this application? Anyone opposed? Okay.
Good evening again. Scott Burns, 29 Ames Boulevard, Bridgeport, Connecticut. Speaking as an NRZ member again. First, I just want to convey some words from Councilman Galen Murray, who couldn't be here, but request to continue to improve the plantings on this parcel at the corner of Pine and Fairfield, including perhaps signage as to the neighborhood, and to improve aesthetics in that there's a proposed EV charging station across the street next to the Wendy's to change the feel of the entrance from exit 25 there. So two other things I just want to, maybe three things, but first, again, there is a plan. The city sunk almost $400,000 at redesigning Fairfield Ave from the exit to the town line, and I think it's very important that any kind of plan that is here fits with that possible future, issue and growth and development. Similarly, if we're converting this from MX1 to industrial, my only concern would be long-term, should this business go out of business for whatever reason, it happens, what would that mean for future business on an industrial zone, pretty much right on our main corridor, Fairfield Avenue, right next to the highway? I would just want to make sure that's taken into account. And thirdly, again, the developer did not come meet with the NRZ. Could have, easily been in touch with us to find out some ideas about design, improvement, flow, that, the local residents may have some thoughts and input of some value. So again, I would ask if you could table this matter, allow the developer to meet with us. I would lastly say it's been a very successful business. I've used it. People do come to the area. He was absolutely right about the vacuum cleaners. They get a lot of use. It's definitely a general upgrade for the neighborhood, but I think before anything is really agreed to, I think all those matters ought to be taken into consideration. So thank you for your time.
Thank you. Anyone else? Rebuttal?
Again, for the record, Chris Francis, Arthur H. Holland Associates. This issue was never a problem when we first proposed the car wash, and when I was here in March for the changing of the zone from the 2045. I don't feel it's any use in delaying this. We've already explained to the commission, in fact, during my meeting back last September, the topic of planting and possibly putting a couple of benches out in the front were discussed, and I said my client, within reason, has no problem, landscaping it, planting lawn. I mean, right now the corner is just kind of, worn down, hard pack. He'll make it nice. And as far as business leaving, this car wash will be here long after I'm dead. The bar Bridgeport, by the way, is Belize Automotive, so it's not going anywhere. Belize Automotive isn't going anywhere, and they take pride in their sites and what's on them, and they won't let it. It's not going to fall under disrepair, or all the planting will be maintained, meticulously. And if there's any problem with it, you just let them know. And that will never happen, but, they're very responsive to, municipal requests and concerns. My client has put many of these up all over the state. I'm sure you've seen them. You can't miss the big red roof. But I've done at least a dozen of these for him so far, and they've all turned out, well, as you see, the facility itself right now is immaculate. They make sure their guys go out there and pick up every bit of trash, keep the stuff maintained. Nothing ever falls by the wayside, so.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And that matter is now closed. Go ahead. Now, should we take a break?
We got one more item.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Please.
All right, call the last item, please.
Last item on the menu, 26-24, 378 Park Avenue. Petition of Govinder, Bath, and Sakin Armand, seeking a special permit and a site plan approval for the construction of a new mixed-use building containing 8 residential units in an NX2 zone.
Good evening. We're just loading up some show and tell for you, because I know it's been a long night, so we're going to try to keep you engaged.
So it's commercial bottom, residential top.
Already there.
Huh?
Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Rob Bolito. I'm an attorney with Willinger and Busey. Our office is located at 1000 Bridgeport Avenue in Shelton. I'm here representing the applicants, Gurvinder Bath, the owner of 378 Park Avenue, and Sunny Anand, who is the contractor for the project. The applicants respectfully request approval of a special permit and site plan application to demolish the existing mixed-use building and construct a new 3-story mixed-use building consisting of 2 ground-floor retail commercial storefronts and 8 residential apartments on the 2nd and 3rd floors. This proposal represents a substantial private investment in the Park Avenue corridor and is consistent with the city's zoning regulations, the purposes of NX2 Neighborhood Mixed District, and the goals of the Bridgeport Plan of Conservation and Development. At this time, I just want to hand in the certified mailings to Mr. Sempiri. All right, so we have a slideshow tonight to show you the existing conditions of what's there. As we mentioned, there's an existing building there. So the orange highlighted, that's the lot that is the subject of tonight's application, 378 Park Avenue. You can see an aerial shot there. It's Park Avenue and Gregory Street. That's a front shot of the existing building. The package store is operating right now. It has operated for quite a number of years at this location. It is a pre-existing non-conforming use, and even with the new building, that will continue. This also shows you the fact that the area is served well by public transportation. There are 3 bus stops within walking distance of the subject property. You see the red arrow there and the 3 circles. Those are city bus stops where people are able to use public transportation within walking distance. This is an example of the type of buildings that are in the neighborhood. So you'll see that there are several mixed-use apartment and retail complexes, Famous Pizza, which is located at Park Avenue. And I'm going to, so you have it for the record and for your information, I have the presentation here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so you'll see 426, 430 Park Avenue. There's a pizza restaurant there with apartments up top. 408 Park Avenue, that's a 3-story residential building. 384, 390 Park Avenue, again, that is residential apartments. And then you'll see 378, which is our building. And also in the other area of the neighborhood, you'll see several multifamily apartment buildings. And this also shows some mixed-use development at 375, 379 Park Avenue. And again, this just gives you an aerial shot to show you where the property is situated and the fact that the existing building and the proposed building will be in character with the neighborhood. Okay. And you also see that there is a strip shopping center down the street at 500 Park Avenue. Okay. The proposal that we're come to you tonight before replaces this old aging structure with a modern mixed-use building that preserves the commercial use that exists now while providing additional housing in a location specifically intended for neighborhood-scale mixed-use development. The proposed redevelopment includes several things. First, there's a demolition of the existing building, construction of a new 3-story small general building, 2 commercial storefronts at street level, 8 residential apartments above that will be studio and 1-bedroom apartments, new landscaping and street trees, new Gregory Street sidewalk improvements, a screened refuse enclosure, modern utility and drainage improvements, and an architecturally compatible building designed to enhance the Park Avenue streetscape. Now, before submitting this application, the applicants participated in the city's design review process. Mr. Cottingham provided a staff report. Did you all get it today? Okay. So I just want to point out, I know you've taken a look at this, but the staff review says, the findings, the City of Bridgeport's Office of Planning and Economic Development Department has reviewed this proposal and provided conditions of approval. This proposal represents an investment in the neighborhood through the redevelopment of an existing distressed property with a new mixed-use building while incorporating streetscape improvements that benefit the surrounding community. Now, when we went to the design review, the first meeting, there were some suggestions about how to improve the plan. And we took those to heart and we revised the plans according to what the design review committee recommended that we do. For example, we have prepared a landscaping plan, call for the installation of street trees, new sidewalk improvements, as I mentioned, along Gregory Street, the removal of the exterior roll-down shutters, which are ugly, elimination of the decks that were originally on Gregory Street. All the access is now inside the building. There's no overhanging staircases. Compliance with facade transparency requirements, identification and screening of the dumpster enclosure, and the maintenance of the existing liquor store footprint. We are not expanding the liquor store. It's going to be the same footprint that was there before. The applicants appreciate the collaborative review process and believe the project has been significantly strengthened through the staff's recommendations. Now, at this time, I'd like to introduce Sam Gardner, who is the architect of record, to give you a brief walk through the architectural plans. Thank you.
Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Sam Gardner. I'm a licensed architect, and my offices are at 151 East Street in New Haven, Connecticut. The design, which is not up on the screen. In the old days, I'd show up with boards. We wouldn't be on a computer. Okay. Thank you. Are you going to move it forward? Okay. So we've designed a 3-story building that has an architecture that is compatible with the neighborhood. We've kind of used the vernacular of the neighborhood and sort of incorporated it into the building. But essentially what you have is 2 levels of residential over the 1 level of commercial, but you're entering the residences from Gregory Street. And they have their own separate entrance. Here's a plan that shows the basic footprint of the 2 commercial properties. Our footprint is pretty much matching the same setbacks as the building that's coming down. There's no change in that. And you have the 2 storefronts up front. Oh, this is just the basement level. The commercial spaces will have access to a basement within the commercial units. And then the next story up, this is the commercial level. And you can see at the bottom of the page, you're looking at the staircase that is the entrance to the apartments off of Gregory. So you climb the stairs, and each floor is identical, where you have 1-bedroom units that face the front and the rear, and 2 studios that face the side. And that staircase communicates to the 2nd level as well. And then architecturally, just from the outside of the building, keep going. Oh, flat roof. Keep going. The street face to Park Avenue has the 2 storefronts, and we added a bay window in the units just to kind of break up the front facade and identify it as a more important facade. The next drawing, this is actually the blank, this is the side between the 2 properties. It's just windows facing the neighbors. And it's blank along the commercial level because there's no need for windows along that side. Next drawing, please. This is the rear. This faces the driveway. We gave the stores a back entrance and access to the basement for storage and whatever they need for commercial. Next drawing. And then this is the Gregory Street facade where you have the entrance into the units. And a little bit of the storefront turns the corner because that's an important corner, Gregory and Park Avenue. So we wanted to give it a little action. This is showing you the basic section through the buildings, how the floors relate one to the other. Same thing here, just looking longitudinally. A section through the stairs. Did you have the other file?
I do.
Yes. We created some renderings just to show you what the building looks like. This is a bird's eye that sort of looks at the corner of Gregory and Park. And the next drawing is a street view. You're at the street level looking at. So, you know, we've designed a building that we think is handsome, will look very appropriate in the neighborhood, and sort of be, you know, an upgrade to the neighborhood. Thank you. And if you have any questions.
Apartments are there in the current building now?
Good question.
There are 3.
3. And you're going to 8 apartments plus 2 commercial spaces, correct? So you're going to 10.
Yes.
Is there a bus stop in front of this commercial space?
Say that again, please.
Is there a bus stop
Yes, there's 3 bus stops. within
on the
park.
street, right in front of the commercial space? And there's what, 2 or 3 parking places on Park Avenue?
Yes, there's parking on Park Avenue and then again on Gregory.
Gregory Street. This happens to be across the street from the one we saw earlier on Gregory Street. They're right next to each other, literally.
Thank you.
Yes, that's correct.
So is it to say that maybe in the future you want to go higher?
No. What you see is what you get.
Where will the employees park?
We'll deal with that. Our next speaker will address that specifically.
It's a flat roof.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
You're not going to go higher. It's a flat roof.
Yes, sir. Okay, so just to continue, we want to let you know that this project is compliant with the NX2 neighborhood mixed district. It preserves an established mixed-use property while replacing an obsolete structure with a new building that reinforces the neighborhood's existing development plan. The proposal preserves neighborhood-serving commercial uses, provides additional housing, strengthens the streetscape, encourages pedestrian activity, utilizes existing public infrastructure, and represents high-quality redevelopment. The building type proposed, a small general building, is specifically contemplated by the Bridgeport regulations for this. Now, in terms of special permit standards, there are certain criteria. The reason that we have a special permit application before you is that residential uses are permitted as of right up to 6 units in the NX2 district. However, because we're going to 8, that's why special permit approval is required, but it is a permitted use in the NX2 zone. I want to make sure that's clear. Now, the proposal is consistent with the city's plan of conservation and development by encouraging reinvestment in an established commercial corridor and providing additional housing within an existing urban neighborhood. And I want to reference specifically the POCD, and I'll hand these out so you have it for the record and for your own review. Page 11 of the POCD talks about housing. To create the necessary conditions for increased residential development at all price points and all types that could be financed without city assistance. Again, this is a privately funded investment. As of 2017, per the POCD, 39% of Bridgeport's housing stock is at least 70 years old, and only 12% is less than 40 years old. Older housing stock is more likely to have lead and asbestos hazards, more expensive to heat and cool, and more prone to costly repairs. We are taking an obsolete building, knocking it down, and putting a modern building up that provides housing for people in the neighborhood. Also want to point out on page 12 regarding neighborhoods. It says, strengthen neighborhood centers and corridors by improving quality of life and working to revive local commercial activity. Initial revitalization efforts, per the POCD, should concentrate on improving conditions such as blight vacant properties. Now, while this is not a vacant property, it's past its useful life, and we're replacing it with something modern and better. And again, it talks about the city being able to shift its focus to attracting investment and development in neighborhood centers and corridors. The Park Avenue corridor is something that is, there's a plan to revitalize it and connect it. And this is something where we have a private developer willing to invest their money in order to take care of this and help connect the corridor for Park Avenue. Also, in page 16, it talks about concentrating dense housing along commercial corridors with bus service. It's exactly what we have here. We have a commercial corridor, Park Avenue, that has 3 bus stops within walking distance. This is precisely what the POCD calls for and precisely what this proposal recommends. Now, I will pass these out so we have it for the record and for your review.
Thank you.
And I'll just point out, obviously, this is not the entire 153-page document. It's just the portions that I quoted here tonight. Okay. Now, to go through the special permit standards, I already talked about the first one. Second, the proposed development complies with the applicable zoning regulations governing the NX2 district and the small general building type. As I mentioned, an 8-unit apartment building is a permitted use with special permit approval. Third, the proposal will not impair future development of surrounding properties. To the contrary, replacing an aging structure with a modern mixed-use building is expected to enhance the surrounding neighborhood. Fourth, the project has been carefully designed to ensure compatibility with nearby development through appropriate building scale, architecture, landscaping, pedestrian improvements, and streetscape enhancements. And the proposal includes appropriate safeguards through landscaping, refuse screening, sidewalk improvements, and modern site design to protect adjoining properties and the public. Now, as to the site plan, I'm going to bring someone up to speak to that. The submitted site plan demonstrates compliance with the applicable site plan requirements. It provides for safe pedestrian circulation, organized vehicular access, landscaping, street trees, as was recommended by the Design Review Committee, drainage improvements, screened refuse facilities, utility coordination, and streetscape improvements. Collectively, these improvements substantially improve the existing conditions while ensuring compatibility with the existing neighborhood. Now, at this time, I'd like to introduce Chris Pulowski, who is the engineer, and he'll be walking you very briefly through the site plan and the stormwater report prepared by his office.
You want to? At this point, we need to take a brief break. I really don't know. Oh, yeah. Only one short. Right.
good pal tonight, huh? Pardon me? We had a good pal tonight.
You're good. I'm sorry, next time. I was gonna bring something, but. Yeah, when I get home. Hold on.
I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't like this one. Too intense. It's absolutely too intense.
There's a store across the street.
Yeah, across the street, and two of them.
Yeah.
It's a circus down there.
Yes. I don't know. Yeah, I know. Do we want to? It's getting a little late, so. Do we want to deal with self-storage tonight? It's getting a little late.
We'll just put it first on the next agenda, that's all. But don't you think this is too intense?
It's overkill. We're on the sardines.
It's too intense for a special permit, non-intense for, right?
And the number of units, no parking, and plus the two stores.
Two retail stores, the bus stop, to the front.
Oh. Okay, then we'll do it. We'll do it.
These NRZs are all sleeping on their feet now.
Oh, he's back. All right.
Ready?
We're back.
We're back in session, Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, so before we broke, I wanted to introduce again Chris Pulowski, who's going to walk you through the site plan and the stormwater report, and you'll be happy to see he's actually got the old-fashioned board, so no screens for this. Thank you.
Thanks, Rob. For the record, my name is Chris Pulowski. I'm a licensed civil engineer in the state of Connecticut, owner of C&K Engineering, offices located at 415 Howe Avenue in Shelton. This site plan is pretty straightforward, quite honestly, and the existing building is there. They've already been over how we're demolishing the existing building and putting up a new mixed-use building in its place. I do have the old-fashioned boards, as Rob mentioned, so I'll hold them up while I speak. So you have Park Ave here. Everyone can see this, hopefully. Park Ave here on where my hand is, and then you have Gregory Street right here. We're replacing the building potentially in kind in roughly the same spot. So the commercial storefronts will face Park Avenue here, and then you have the residential entrances and that more residential feel on the Gregory Street side. There's a 3 to 3.5 foot elevation change from Park Ave to Gregory Street. So for the residential uses, there'll be a few steps down to a concrete landing and to the sidewalk before they can get out of their units. While the commercial storefronts are just going to be walk up right from the sidewalk. There's a 15-foot sidewalk already exists along Park Ave, and then you have another 14 feet or so of new sidewalk that we'll be installing up to the new storefronts. We're replacing the entire sidewalk along Gregory Street. There was a question earlier asked about where the employees will park. There's 2 designated parking spaces to the rear of the building, kind of out of the way, because you have that more busy Park Ave intersection here. You have the bus stops as mentioned. The project complies with all local zoning regulations. We have a zoning table listed here. There is a screened dumpster enclosure to the rear that's with a 6-foot high fence on a concrete pad. The project is currently served by public gas, sewer, water, electric, et cetera, and it's going to remain that way. There's a sewer main that runs through Gregory Street. We'll be replacing that connection in kind, upgrading that. The water runs underneath Gregory Street, same thing, maintaining or upgrading that connection. Electric is overhead, and we're going to remain that as well. There is property not located in a floodplain. It's not located in a public water supply zone. We did receive some comments about street trees and landscaping. So as you see on the site plan that you have before you, there is all native street trees and shrubs and plantings in accordance with the City of Bridgeport zoning regulations. So once again, pretty straightforward project from a civil engineering perspective. Happy to answer any questions anyone may have. Oh, and just 2 final notes. All the stormwater complies with the 2024 Connecticut stormwater regulations, where we're decreasing the impervious area on the site, so increasing the green space, so reducing all flows there. And then we have a soil erosion and sediment control plan that complies with all the 2024 Connecticut state guidelines, silt fence, concrete washout areas, anti-tracking pads, et cetera. Thank you.
Does anyone have any questions?
Thank you.
Okay, we're getting ready to wrap this up. I know it's been a long night, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so I want to talk about the public benefits of this project. Again, we're replacing an aging building with new construction. We're preserving neighborhood commercial activity, expanding housing opportunities, improving the appearance of Park Avenue, enhancing pedestrian safety through sidewalks and landscaping, and this represents a substantial private investment in the city of Bridgeport. Bear with me 1 second. Got like 47 folders here. I want to make sure I hit on everything. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, the small general building type permits an 8-apartment building with a special permit. Also want to point out that we are in an NX2 zone. With special permit criteria, there are a couple of additional criteria for N zones. So for example, the location and size of the proposed use, the nature and intensity of operations involved will not be incongruous with existing residential uses. Again, we are replacing a building essentially in kind, adding some additional apartments. The site layout and its relation to access streets is such that pedestrian and vehicular traffic to and from the use and the assembly of persons in connection with the use will not be incongruous with existing residential uses. Again, you've heard about the site plan from Chris. This is a in-kind replacement for a building. It is improved with streetscape and with sidewalks, and again, it's on public transportation corridor with bus routes. And then the proposed use will not present an undue hazard or inconvenience to residents. Again, we have an existing commercial liquor store that has been there for years, will continue to be there, not a larger footprint, same footprint, and we're providing housing that's much needed and called for in the POCD. So in conclusion, the application is not a request to introduce an incompatible use into an established neighborhood. It is a proposal to replace an aging mixed-use building with a modern, well-designed development. It's consistent with the intent of the NX2 Neighborhood Mixed District, satisfies the applicable special permit and site plan standards, and responds directly to the recommendations of the City Planning Staff and Design Review Committee. For these reasons, the applicants respectfully request that this commission approve the special permit and site plan applications for 378 Park Avenue. Thank you for your consideration, and I welcome any questions you might have of me.
Just the employee parking. Do you have any suggestions on that, or?
So again, as the chairman mentioned earlier, there are no minimum parking requirements in the city of Bridgeport. However, there is parking along Gregory Street, which is a one-way street. There's parking along Park Avenue, and again, it is served by the city bus route. There's 3 stops within walking distance.
Any other questions? Jonathan?
Good evening, Honorable Commission. My name is David Cottingham with OPED. Just want to go through the staff report for this project. The subject property located at 378 Park Avenue consists of approximately 0.13 acre parcel within the NX2 zone. The existing 2.5 story mixed-use building appears to have been created through a combination of 2 structures and currently contains 3 residential dwelling units on the upper floors and 2 ground floor commercial spaces, one of which is occupied by an existing liquor store, while the second commercial space is vacant. The surrounding area is characterized by a mix of residential and neighborhood-serving commercial uses. The Park Avenue sidewalk is in good condition. However, there's currently no sidewalk on the Gregory Street frontage, and no street trees exist adjacent to the property. The proposal consists of a construction of a new 3-story small general building that will retain 2 ground floor commercial tenant spaces while introducing 8 residential dwelling units on the 2nd and 3rd floors. 6 dwelling units are permitted as of right in the NX2 zone, so the proposed density requires a special permit approval. Prior to submitting the formal application, the proposal was reviewed through the city's concept design review process on April 9th, 2026. During the meeting, the staff advised that new sidewalk construction is required along Gregory Street and that street trees must be installed on both Park Avenue and Gregory Street in accordance with section 7.60, 7.70, and 7.80 of the zoning regs. The existing exterior roll-down security shutters would not be permitted going forward, and the proposed decks facing Gregory Street shown on the concept design review are not permitted. The applicant has since updated those renderings to show interior staircases. Additionally, staff notes that the existing liquor store shall remain within its current commercial footprint. Any expansion of the liquor store would require a certificate of location approval from the Planning and Zoning Commission. So as long as they retain the existing footprint, they're fine. Findings: the City of Bridgeport's Office of Planning and Economic Development Department has reviewed this proposal and provided conditions of approval. The proposal represents an investment in the neighborhood through the redevelopment of an existing distressed property with a new mixed-use building while incorporating streetscape improvements that benefit the surrounding community. Conditions of approval: the staff recommends the following conditions in approving the project. The applicant shall adhere to all design review staff feedback, provided during the concept design review process, including maintaining the existing commercial footprint of the liquor store, unless otherwise approved by the Planning and Zoning Commission through a certificate of location approval. The applicant shall install a new public sidewalk on the Gregory Street frontage in accordance with Section 7.60 of the zoning regulations. And the applicant shall install trees on both Park Avenue and Gregory Street frontages in accordance with Section 7.70 and 7.80 of the zoning regulations. And then the review and approval criteria, just want to reiterate the special permit standards that on the record. The proposed special permit use and accompanying site plan are consistent with and implement the objectives and policies of the Master Plan of Conservation and Development. The proposed special permit use and accompanying site plan complies with all applicable zoning code regulations. The proposed special permit use and accompanying site plan will not impair future development of the surrounding area. The proposed special permit use will not be detrimental to the existing development in the surrounding area because of its height, scale, design, or method of operation. The proposal includes adequate safeguards to protect adjacent property and the neighborhood in general from any potential adverse impacts. The proposed use is not likely to cause a depreciation in value of nearby properties. And lastly, environmental impacts to the Long Island Sound will be appropriately mitigated. That is all I have. If you have any questions for me.
So you are saying they meet all the special permit requirements?
Yes, they do.
That is what you just said?
Yes.
Okay. All right, any other questions for David?
Oh, did you stated some conditions or no?
Yes. So just
The
to go through
sidewalk,
those.
yes, he during his,
Sidewalks, trees, landscaping?
Right. And to make sure that the actual liquor store maintains its existing footprint. Otherwise, they have to go before certificate of location approval.
Thank you.
it's item 3 on his. All right, would anyone like to speak in favor of this application? Anyone opposed? Seeing no opposition, the matter is closed. That concludes our public hearing for this evening.
Okay.
In the public hearing.
See, I want to know about the attorney, what he says. Because Connecticut laws allow objections. It doesn't have to be the 750 radius only. That's what they were going by, the 750 radius, but the law doesn't say that it has to be only the 750 radius. You can object to it if it doesn't fit with the master plan of the neighborhood or the characteristic of the neighborhood too.
I don't know. Nick, are you going to rearrange things or?
Stay over there?
Stay over there.
So you will break now?
Are you going to rearrange the tables or
Second
that's what?
break?
Are you gonna stay over there?
Stay over there.
We don't.
I don't know.
I mean, it's up to you. That's fine. You can stay where you want. I mean, it's.
Yeah, I never think
That's fine.
each one.
Right.
Yeah, well, it's different this time.
You're gonna leave your mic on.
What changed?
Yeah, I'm supposed to.
Oh, we're not allowed to do that? Oh.
All right, as soon as Bob gets
Yeah, it
back,
was.
we'll start. All right. The 824 referral, petition of economic OPED requesting an easement on a property of 1130 Broad Street for a UI vault underground.
I make a motion to approve it?
Thank you. Second?
I second.
Cesar? All in favor? Anyone opposed? No, the motion carries.
I have a question. Before we do a motion, can we ask a question for verification?
Of course.
Oh, all right.
Of course. Public hearing. C1, 56 Boston Avenue, petition of 56 Boston Avenue, seeking a location of approval of a package store of an existing retail in an MX2 zone. This is what was continued from last month.
Can I ask a question for the attorney?
Pardon me?
Oh, can I ask a question for the attorney?
Of course.
For clarification? Okay, perfect. Based on this, I understand we were focusing on the 750 radius, but in Connecticut law, can we also object if this is not suitable for the location or the characteristic of the neighborhood? Can we object based on those things too?
No, what you have to do is you have to look at the section in your zoning regulations. They itemize out what the factors are that you may consider, right? So that's the only factors that you're allowed to look at. I know that's not, maybe it's helpful, but that's, you know.
Is it possible for you to tell us the options? Or
Sure.
Can I see the book? 'Cause I don't know.
The zoning regs, and I think it's under, what, 1170?
I think in all fairness, the last go around, we had an issue with the radius clause, and we postponed it because of the radius clause. Now they did the traffic study, there's another issue with the radius clause, I guess. So maybe we just defer it for one more month, and let the other guy have his shot at it, and then we're pretty much resolved it whatever way it turns out at that point.
We have expert testimony with the radius that a professional. No, we have no expert testimony to contradict expert testimony that says there is nothing within the 750 foot.
Is it this side?
So we have no grounds for that.
But the first time, they didn't have anything, and here there were two churches, you know, so.
Well,
I'm not saying that's the case. Also, the other, not the applicant, but the other customer, client in that mall, the attorney didn't have a chance to review the traffic.
Well, that's his problem.
Yeah, he
Well, I
said this
mean,
year.
That's his problem.
It's another reason to postpone it, and is a courtesy to him. He only got it yesterday, you know?
But his only
2 days ago.
real grounds is he doesn't want competition.
Well, that's what you think. Maybe he's got another reason. I don't know.
So,
I'm gonna make a motion to defer to the next meeting, and let's hear it out.
it has
We'll keep it open.
continue.
What do you gotta do?
We could table it?
No.
What'd you say?
No, continue it for whatever Bob proposes. I don't know who's gonna come up with another map. No, we can't, we really can't deny it. I mean, if you want to
Why
be.
we can't, okay, so I feel that I object to it because of the location. I feel like it's not suitable for the characteristic of the neighborhood, of the place.
And what testimony do you have that backs that up?
I don't have a testimony. I was sitting there waiting.
Well, if you're gonna, you need experts, you can't have an opinion. It has to be testimony. You have to have, you can't, it's not your opinion.
Okay.
You have to have some testimony that says that is on a characteristic of the neighborhood.
Well, we had the councilman that said something about the characteristic of the community.
Okay, if you want to say.
That's one.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Somebody make a motion.
Somebody make a motion.
I think she was making a motion. You want me to make the motion?
He made a motion to continue.
Continue.
Either you continue or you accept.
And there was no second, so the motion died.
Oh, the motion's still on?
Yeah, if you did, well.
If you seconded.
If you seconded, but I didn't hear a second.
Oh,
I'll make a motion again to continue it.
I second it. I want to deny. it.
Anyone who's in favor of continuance, say aye.
Aye.
How many is that? Show of hands.
Wait, what was that?
To continue.
To continue.
For what?
I want to at least look at the radius map. I mean, I just got it today and I couldn't read it.
Who's, okay. You want to further study the radius?
Yes, I just want to have time to look at least at the list.
Okay.
We didn't receive it in time, and the one we got today is illegible.
All right, how many, well, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's 5?
Joanna?
Oh, okay, I didn't say, okay. Right. All right, it will be continued, it'll be continued until next month.
Gregory?
All right. Okay, that's deferred. 2618, 269 through 281 Gregory Street. Special permit and site plan review to construct a 3-story, 8-unit residential apartment building on,
Motion to approve it.
pardon me?
Motion to approve it, he said.
I'm sorry.
Motion to approve, he said.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, okay. Do I have a second?
I second.
Second.
All right, whatever. We'll let Nick decide. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
No.
Motion carries. No condition. As presented. All right, 2618. Oh, no, that's, we just did that. 2619, 86 Whittier Street. Petition of 1376 Stratford Avenue for adaptive reuse of the former school building.
Motion to approve.
So I heard a motion, but I didn't.
Did we miss 2618?
Oh, we missed one.
No, we just did it.
We just did it.
Okay, no, I'm sorry.
Oh.
So I heard a voice. Did somebody approve, a motion to approve? What do you think? Okay. Do I have a second? Bob? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? The motion carries. All right, next, 2620, 1269 Main Street.
Oh.
Crave Noir Coffee Bar, seeking a location of approval for a cafe liquor permit. And I have a motion from Johanna.
Second.
Wait, this is the liquor
Jackie?
store?
No, it's a cafe.
We have no.
2620.
It's a cafe. It's a restaurant cafe.
With the liquor permit.
Yes.
Yes.
With a liquor
Yes.
permit.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Seconded.
All in favor? It's over. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? No live entertainment.
Oh, no, yeah, conditional live entertainment, right?
The motion carries.
Make sure they understand that means no DJ.
I mean, we've made it pretty obvious, but yes, you're correct, sir. 2622, 1198 to 1200 East Main Street. Certificate of location approval for liquor permit for a proposed restaurant bar.
Wait, where are you? Oh, okay.
I don't know. I think maybe they
What's
should.
the one on East Main Street?
Yeah, maybe they should do a continuance to meet with the NC.
The NRC?
NRC. They haven't met with the NRC. Maybe that's one. Because and see what they come up with.
Yeah,
I mean, we've done it before,
okay. That's what you want to do.
so to be continued and giving them a chance to meet
Yeah,
with the
give them a shot to
NRC.
meet with the NRC
Okay,
and see what they come up with, and then, they come back to the table.
yeah.
Continue it, let them sit down and talk, and maybe they can make each other happy.
So who made a motion?
We have a motion to
Motion to
continue
continue,
I second.
to allow
to allow.
the applicant to meet with the NRC.
Meet with the NRC.
And the library.
They already met with the
He already
library.
And the library.
They already
He already met with the library.
Library.
He testified, he testified,
They're gonna talk to the NRC about.
They already met with the library,
he
Bob.
testified, he had met with them.
He said that. Let's be sure they met.
Oh, because it
All
was just
right.
a statement, right?
Moving along, 26 20.
No, you didn't do the vote.
Oh, didn't we vote? I thought we
You didn't
voted.
vote on it.
Oh, all in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed?
I don't think it's necessary.
It'll be continued, okay.
Oh, one opposed?
All right,
Yeah, one opposed.
2623, 665 Pine Street. Petition of Bar Bridgeport seeking a zone change approval for a mixed use, from a mixed-use corridor to an I-1 industrial zone. This is the car wash, that's what's a...
You gotta be consistent, you gotta make it meet with the NRZ.
They gotta meet with an NRZ.
Gotta be consistent.
Because we did it with the other ones. So motion
So I
to
move to
continue.
continue so that he can meet with the NRZ.
I second.
Do I have a motion?
I
Who would
second
second? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
I mean, the whole thing is.
Are you opposed? Jackie, you're opposed?
I don't understand.
Jackie's
I just don't understand.
That's why we need more time to go
All
over
right,
it.
Jackie's opposed. All right, and finally, 2624, 378 Park Avenue.
Motion to approve.
With conditions,
Yeah.
with recommended conditions. I
You know
second.
what? Wait, the thing is.
You want a second with the conditions?
Yes, with the conditions, that, okay, the trees, the landscaping, the sidewalk, also with the liquor store, that it can be no bigger.
So
They
we're
have to
doing a
come
site
to us
approval for
again.
8 apartments instead of.
If they
they
wanna
can build
expand the liquor
6.
store.
That's the quality of life over there is gonna be, you know how Park Avenue is.
Well, we've got a motion on the floor.
It meets all of the standards.
What's the motion on the
If you don't approve it.
To approve
then
it.
we're going to court and we'll lose.
But it,
Oh, well, he said that it would not depreciate property value. I think it would.
a brand-new building would depreciate property values?
Because you put a building with 8 apartments, and let's say people are not.
We don't have to approve the special permit, as of right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, the special permit.
That's all we need to
should have
do,
approved.
yeah.
We don't need to approve the special permit, they can build the 6.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
6 room.
But
That's what I'm saying.
he's here for a special
That's
permit.
what I'm saying, not the special permit.
So on what, why doesn't he meet the special permit standards?
He met every one of the special permit
You
standards.
gotta give me legal,
For me, I think it's quality of life, okay?
That's not one of the standards.
Okay, all right?
it's not one of the standards of the special permit.
And there's congestion there, it's just plain
It's very
congestion.
intense. It's too intense for
It's,
a tenth of an
you know,
acre,
yeah.
okay?
Where do we
Very
have,
intense.
where do we have testimony to that effect? Who testified to that?
What are they speaking of?
Nobody
Look,
testified.
Okay, thank you.
It meets all of the standards.
It meets the special, it
It
meets
meets all of
the
the special.
I thought they have
special
parking on
permit
the side.
standards.
If we don't approve it, we're
We'll
gonna go
lose
to
in
court
court.
and we're gonna
The
lose.
sign that he was saying that this.
And then we're gonna
That's a-
lose, it's costing the city
It's too
money.
It's a
intense.
it's
Crazy.
that's a cavalier attitude, Bob.
There's parking on
10
Evergreen,
units.
there's
You
parking
can't
on
have you gotta do it by the law, Bob. You can't do it, you can't be, no, you don't. You're having a,
You're not denying.
you can't have a cavalier attitude.
You're just denying them 2 apartments, that's what you're denying.
No, that wasn't the permit that they asked for.
The special
That
permit is
wasn't-
for-
You
That wasn't what
cannot
they asked for.
deny
You
a
can't
special
change the special
permit
permit
unless
for
they
8
don't
apartments.
meet
Just
one
6
of the
to 8.
standards.
They're going from
They
6 to
meet
8.
all
That's a
standards.
special permit.
They meet all of the
They
standards.
meet all of the standards.
Yep.
So legally, you cannot deny it.
Okay, what is it that you're stating? I couldn't hear you, I'm sorry.
Huh?
What was it that you were stating?
No, I'm saying the special permit is for 8 apartments. They can build 6 apartments there if they want.
It's too intense.
Oh, okay.
All right, so right now I have, Ali made a motion to approve, Soledad seconded it.
All in,
With conditions.
with conditions, yes. All in favor?
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
How many, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you in favor? 5. There it carries. Five to 3. I'm not voting.
Why?
No, because I normally don't vote. I mean, unless I have to break a tie.
So what
I
happened?
didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. So you-
Chairman doesn't normally vote unless I have to.
Oh.
I never
okay,
heard
okay.
that.
Yeah, Robert's rule.
Conditions for that streetscape and sidewalk, as a staff, and remain the same side.
You got the trees?
Yeah, that's the street.
Lance.
And they did say that it wasn't going up no more.
Not done yet, still got
Yeah, we got other business with Jonathan. We're ready.
Oh, the discussion. That's right now? Yeah. Nick.
Yeah, self-storage.
I thought Jonathan sent an email in regards to that.
No,
It's
just have it.
clarification, right?
It's informal.
That's
Self-storage.
right?
So it's not gonna be, what is that? Biz?
I'm sorry, can you speak louder? Can you speak louder? I can hear you now.
Yeah. We're still meeting. We're still meeting.
I think they just.
Please take it out to the hall.
David here as well, we worked on this, so I can present. What we understood was that there was a request to look at the CX zone specifically, and whether it should still be allowed as a permanent use via special permit in the CX zone. So based on the concerns were that special self-storage locations would end up kind of taking place in areas that would otherwise rather see retail and a general commercial use. And if that's the case, then where we landed was really seeing that the MX2 zone is the one I think that will feed some of those worries or concerns, not the CX zone. CXI, IX makes sense for self-storage. I think it should remain in those. They were going to look at changing regulations as it relates to self-storage, and I would say we look at MX2 either to remove it as a use or consider requiring that retail be part of any self-storage zone, similar to what happened at North Avenue. I think North Avenue is a great example of a self-storage development that included, I think, 3 retail spaces. That was largely a recommendation that staff made, but that is something that we can require.
But we should be specific as to what percentage of retail.
Right, I think it would be tricky.
Because if they're just selling bubble wrap and and packing crates, we don't, that's not what we're looking for.
Trucks.
So how we do it requires some finesse and think about also.
What is your argument for having self-storage units in anything other than an I-zone? What's the advantage of having them? Sorry?
No, I want to make sure you finish. I think for us, the CX zone specifically is considered heavy commercial, right? And it's existing nearby MX zones and other existing retail or commercial areas. I think one thing that we've heard expressed is that self-storage, right? It's not like when we were talking about salacious uses or like strip clubs or porn stores.
I understand.
Self-storage is not a use that's destructive or creates an environment that people don't want to be around. I feel like secluding into that, similar to when we talk about campus, seems inappropriate for self-storage. There's a growing sentiment and there's some analysis that's been done and I'm aware of that self-storage really should exist in locations nearby other retail.
Other retail, you said?
Other, yeah. So as part of kind of a normal course of business, stop at a self-storage place, go to McDonald's and get some ice cream, right? Like you can visit self-storage locations just like it was any other development. So I think that's why we wouldn't want to leave it to just I and IX. CX, especially in the Island Brook area, I feel like that's kind of the perfect place we can have it. It's not going to necessarily disrupt any of the existing retail corridors, but it's close enough that it's a hop, skip, and jump. And the CX zone is that kind of perfect middle place between hardcore industrial and your traditional retail places.
And so that requires some commercial though.
So it doesn't right now.
Okay.
We had that happen in North Ave. I think if it was to requiring that retail, separate retail, be part of those developments. Similarly, I think it's worth considering that self-storage locations in the other zones that I think should remain permitted, maybe be able to go taller. I think sometimes when you point to the better performing or the ones that have, we see as a good thing, like extra space storage on Commerce Drive or Station Extension, where you look at the new one that just came up on Railroad Ave, those are definitely improvements to what was there. That being said, our current regulations don't allow to go at those heights. The one on Railroad Ave was a variance to make it a zoning board of appeals, and they're 5 stories. It feels like it makes sense. I see it on the highway. It's not
Right.
around there, right? They're able to maximize that building floor. Our zoning code only allows for 3 storage. The public storage, when they came before you guys, granted the one you awarded at, I don't think there would have been an issue if it was 5 stories. But the zoning code didn't allow for it. So I would say if we're going to look at self-storage, I would consider allowing more height in the CX, IX zones so that it can maximize when you do propose a new location. And if it is to stay in NX2, then we can consider requiring retail.
Just to play devil's advocate, what is the disadvantage of allowing height? I don't see any disadvantage, but
I don't. I think in those zones, CX, IX, it makes sense. And we're not talking about skyscrapers. We're talking about right now it's 3, I think 4.5 to 5, even 6. These need to be near the highway or otherwise like not your major roads. It would make sense to have that. I don't think we could disrupt it.
Maybe if you put it on a map, it'll look better. You know?
So the map that was provided to you shows the IX,
Yep.
CX, and then on there also.
That's in the package.
No, that was emailed.
Pardon me for interrupting you, but there's one on Fairfield Avenue between a couple of restaurants, how tall is that one?
But that one is pre-existing.
That's 40 years ago.
Yeah, I know, but.
That wouldn't be allowed.
I mean, it's not obnoxious, really.
Yeah.
now, that height requirement is even applicable to adaptive reuse? Okay. Right, and because we see a lot of, not a lot, but we see
found it?
storage units doing adaptive reuse in some of these
I
old
didn't see that map.
buildings that are,
The one that Commissioner Bowden was bowling at the house. And that's how that one happened. And I know that the one on Pine Street is beautiful also. That was
that,
the office building.
I don't know what it was, but that's when, you know.
And I wouldn't be surprised if there's another one proposed in the future.
This is it?
Right, so, yeah, those are all the zones that they're allowed in today. So that CX is really a cluster in one area, and everywhere else, I don't see, if someone was to propose self-storage in any of the CX zones that would be disruptive or create some of the concerns that I heard from the commission.
Well, we also have to say as a city, when's enough enough? What do we have, 8 of them, 10 of them?
The report that they put together is all the existing.
Yeah.
Here you go, Rob.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, okay.
Also, that table is the approval of regulations over the 3
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
I didn't see that map. I don't think we got that.
It was emailed.
It was emailed.
This was attachment.
No, it was emailed.
Yeah, but I'm
It was
looking at the
emailed today, I
See
think.
which
right?
email?
No, yesterday, I think.
Yesterday? Thursday.
I don't, yeah, I remember.
We actually had a video printed out.
Yeah, the 23rd. So now if we put it in the CX, do you want to require?
It is in the
portion of
CX.
It is in the CX.
It is allowed in the CXO now, we
But
just,
do you want to require a portion of it to be commercial? Oh, the MX too, okay.
So it feels like basically we're showing the area, all the zones that have, like, the map.
Yeah.
Most controversial.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then we want to change.
So is the North Avenue. But that one, I think, it made more sense. And that heard any, if anything, it's definitely mass improvement with a form of business.
Okay, yeah.
But that was MX2, and we did add retail, but that was just a recommendation based on. So if we feel like that makes sense, so future self-storage locations that we could require.
So which one makes more sense?
To require retail?
No, to have it in.
I think the zones that we have are the ones that make sense for this code.
They just need to be tweaked, like he says, the other zones, they should make them higher. And the MX retail.
I think we're gonna keep it in MX2, and we wanna make sure that there's a good retail mix, and other commercial activity other than self-storage, we should require it. And if we're gonna continue in the CXI and IX, I think we get rid of
Right, the height.
especially if you're gonna require retail on the first floor.
My intent would be to hold the property for housing stock, not.
Yeah, but when are you're
But
waiting
what,
on
I know
something.
what you're gonna say, but it may never happen.
Right.
Okay, but.
Look at Stop and
let's
Shop
try to
on
make it happen.
Madison Avenue.
You know?
Who's gonna make it happen?
But it's,
They closed that.
was to look at MX2 as a place to remove it. I don't think keeping CXI and IX, and any of those, I wouldn't pull out in favor of thinking that could become housing.
Well, but.
MX2 is the pink one on that, and there might be locations there that the commission may feel they want to try to protect.
That's the pink
But-
one is.
But self-storage does go hand in hand with residential.
Like on Madison
more,
Avenue.
more like with residential high buildings which don't have places to.
Right, people in,
storage, you know.
people,
Like the places, like those buildings around BJ's, those buildings.
people want,
Those guys.
want storage near where they live.
Yeah.
They don't, people want storage near where they live. They don't wanna travel
I don't know.
miles and miles away to store their
People like in the
winter
buildings,
clothes.
they don't have
In the
storage.
bu-
There's
yeah, but
obviously
it should
a
be
need
in
for 'em
zones
because
that
they
there's
keep
already
building them.
buildings out there.
We
And they
got
wouldn't
11 of
build them
How
if they
many do
weren't-
we need? Huh? We have 11 of them.
We talking
Okay.
about high risers or
We need
just
30?
regular
Maybe we ought to be
buildings?
recruiting.
4 or 5 stories.
I mean, at some point, it's gotta be diminishing returns, right? I don't anticipate any issues.
You can
But-
find data to tell you anything.
But, you know, we do live in a capitalistic society, despite, this, but, you know, so, you know, doesn't the market dictate what should be built? If there's a demand for storage, they'll build it. If there's no demand, they're not gonna build it.
But they're not building them in Fairfield, they're not building them in Guilford, they're building them here.
No, they build them in,
Not to the degree it happens here, believe me.
I'm not sure that's true per capita.
Hey, look, that's the way I feel about it, you know, I don't wanna see any self-storage, I'm done with it. Try to get some housing in here. Everybody talks about it, but, you know, you give me 29 reasons why it can't happen. Can't find houses, nobody wants to build houses, we'll build self-storage units.
How many units did we approve tonight?
How many storage service, self-storage service in the city? So that's 2? How many there is in the city?
I think there's 11 proposals.
pre-existing.
I think what happens is you take an area like Black Rock, with that U-Haul right in the middle of Black Rock. Now, that property in Black Rock is far more valuable to the city, being something other than what it currently is. And that's something that happened years ago, and you can't, but I think you have to try to think now and plan for the future. We'll say, well, let's not have another Black Rock with a U-Haul in the middle of it, you know? Whether it be up on the east side somewhere, or some commercial run somewhere that right now may not be thriving, but could at one point in time. And you run into the problems like we have in Black Rock. The U-Haul, tying up that whole block, crazy. We have no parking there, we have nothing. And everybody wants to be there with restaurants, everything's full, no empty spaces. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying, 20 years from now, 30 years from now.
I mean, to be clear, when we worked on this together, gave a draft of this, that's precisely what we tried to come across in our recommendations. Like the concerns that I'm hearing from you, what we do and discuss internally, and so our takeaway is CX is not the place that I think would get more of those concerns, but MX2 sounds more like what you're describing.
I think what we'd like to do in the ideal world is keep them off the major corridors, but in those neighborhoods. You don't want it on Main Street, but you may want it 1 block off of Main Street. You don't want it on East Main Street, you may want it 1 block off. You know, so it's there and convenient, but it's not taking up prime retail or housing opportunities, and that's hard. I know that's hard to do, but that would be in the ideal world. That would be what I think what we would want.
I would say then, obviously it's the commission's decision. The MX2 zone, I think, is the only one that actually fronts on it. So if that's the desire, then I would think that looking at the MX2 zone, either adding additional requirements or removing it as a permitted use in that zone would be our recommendation to address that concern, that self-social.
Well, don't you agree that, I mean, we don't want to, you know, I mean, it's just doesn't, it's not good advertising, you know? So, but if we added retail to the first floor, that would mitigate a lot of my concerns anyway. Yeah, if we had retail on the first floor, you know.
Make the whole first floor.
Retail, and then, you know, do we really care if there's, you know, housing or storage above the retail first floor on, say, Main Street? You know, I'm not sure. But I don't think we want to, you know, like as Bob says, we don't want a U-Haul on, that's in, you know, on Black Rock, you know, it's ugly.
Yeah, but, you know, that was 30, 50 years ago.
Right.
But now we're paying for it.
Right.
So the same thing could happen.
So if the commission would like, we can draft language that requires retail uses on the first floor in the MX2.
That sounds good. That makes sense.
Yep. And then go high, and they'll go higher.
And let them go higher.
Go high with the, I think it's
Especially in MX2, yeah.
it was a good idea.
Yeah.
I think we're on to something.
Do we have to make a motion for that?
Oh, sure. I think Ray's gonna need to get involved to make sure it's legal.
You got to massage it, just right. That's your guys' work.
Just craft something and let's,
No, I think
we'll
something substantive.
Let's use the KISS principle.
Let's get it in place before something happens.
Now, do we need to, you have that, do you have to have that in writing or no?
I'm sorry, sir.
What he stated about what we're requesting, do you have to document it?
They got it.
Oh, they got it?
Internally, they got it.
Oh, okay, great.
They work internally.
We're still streaming, we're still live.
Oh, we live? Wait a minute, what you mean we live?
We're streaming? Yeah.
All right, well, thank you,
Those are
John.
cameras?
Jonathan,
Oh
thank you.
my God, I should have
And
makeup
thank you,
on.
David. No. We have minutes.
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
What they have to do.
Okay, we have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second, you know?
There you go, second.
So
The who,
the vice chair
second?
was second.
Second.
Jack, all in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed?
I do.
All right, one opposition, the minutes are approved.
Make a motion to
Motion, adjourn?
adjourn.
Motion to.
Second, Bob, all in favor? Aye. Meeting adjourned. Thank you all. Just the two deferred.
Shake you up, Brian, for a little bit.
What are the two deferred?
Or